I picked a TJ combo.
Set.
I'm sorry, Faith. I'm going to start using you for Killer Instinct jokes. Please forgive me.
Yeah, she's not going to understand him. It's okay.
I know.
I don't think she's played it. Okay, so let's just get into this. Let's start off with what Dick says, and I'll be pausing intermittently because Dick again gets a lot of things right, but he gets some things wrong. And the stuff that he gets wrong, I don't even care because ultimately the advice is good. And
that is the big thing you want to stress there, that this is logical, sound advice from
no, it
Dick
is.
fucking
It is.
Masterson.
It
And
is.
I want to stress something tonight too. Tonight's
logged and hated Ralph. In his own words, Perspicacy's own words
Yeah.
to me in DMs, claimed he had a blood feud with Ralph. Well, first of all, I doubt it. He never answered my questions like, what's a blood feud? Because there's actually blood involved on my side, so what's your blood feud? I want to know. And it's not, because everything on the internet to him we'll find out is real. It's all real life.
Guys, I'm here. I had to set up
there's
everything.
some things.
sad.
There's
Welcome
some things. It is sad, right? And there's some things he
an
says that
early,
make you
fun
go.
of me for the games in the Racing Lagoon, but like,
A
holy
very
shit!
sudden
At least I
snipe
know
of
what's
this
like
fat
real
fuck.
and fantasy.
This fat,
Right.
worthless
And I
So-
don't live my
who's gonna
life through
bankrupt
that.
his family
Before we
in some
start,
kind of bizarre
right, 7, 8,
vendetta.
9, 10, we are
Because
literally
his
1
daughter
minute,
got
2
gunted.
minutes less than 3 hours away from my deadline. The reason I have a deadline, Ralph, is because he fucks around and delays everything. That's why I
fucks
set a
around.
48-hour deadline. And that's not 48
Bankrupt
hours
yourself, fat ass.
to just sign anything. Because I didn't
File
give him any
another
fucking
fucking
papers.
lawsuit,
It's
another
48 hours to
frivolous
tell me
lawsuit,
yes or
fat
no.
fuck.
Yes or no to move forward with lawyers. Because I'm not paying my lawyer one fucking dime until you say yes. If you say no,
How much time is
fine.
left again? Sorry?
Status quo.
I
And I'll
wasn't going
explain
to
how
talk
status
about the
quo works
gastric
later.
bypass shit.
But
That's why I started
there's
the
nothing
stream
to
now.
fight. There's nothing to do with anything else. It's a yes
Okay,
or no.
his fat
before I
hog
get
wife
attorneys
is so
involved to
fat
draw
and
up the
so
right
out of
paperwork
control
that'll
that she
make
can't stop
everybody
herself
fucking
from
happy
eating,
and
so
give
she
them
has
all
to
what they
staple
want.
her fucking
So we're gonna
stomach
move on.
shut.
And I'm
How
gonna
soon is that deadline? One
And
more
these are
time?
people that are going to tell us about self-control
just under 3 hours.
and
Yeah,
how
it's
to
2
live.
hours and 58
3
minutes
hour
away.
deadline. Woo!
Yeah.
When your fat hog
So here we
fucking
go.
wife and
This is
your
Dick
fat
giving Ralph his
fucking
advice
ass
this
can't
morning on
stop
the kill
eating.
stream.
You know
So your wife
what?
has
You know
to
what?
staple
Fuck
her
it.
stomach
Goddamn,
shut.
Let's
loud.
turn this shit off.
Please,
Let's turn
this
this shit off. We
My
don't need
mic
to
should
waste
be
any more
hot.
time. Okay.
I don't
Chat,
understand.
this shouldn't be roboting or
It's
anything,
just
but if it
Vickers
comes
is
in
so
too
fucking
loud or if you
loud.
hear
Hold on,
roboting,
hold
Yeah,
on.
please let us know.
Yeah, let us know in chat and I'll do my best to fix it.
And first off, let me put out the ad because that's what a good shiller would do. Is put out the ad that you're.
This is him, by the way. This is Ralph bringing on Dick Masterson after Dick went into chat.
Oh wow, they're
in all
gonna
caps and
play
said,
my
"Take the
segment.
deal."
I made a wild appearance on the
Ralph
kill
wanted to
stream
make sure it was
today.
actually Dick.
Here now.
Yeah.
Did you
Turn
see
yourself
the
off
offer?
version. I'm all the way up.
Yeah,
You
I
fucking
saw it. I
A-logger.
saw a screen cap of it. Somebody sent. It's
All the way up.
you're out of your son's life. You can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Sign over all parental rights.
Yes.
Face getting.
It is important to note that without a stepfather who is willing to take on the parental responsibilities, Ralph doesn't even legally have the option to sign off his responsibilities, let alone his rights, but his responsibilities to
Vickers,
Xander. If something
Vickers
happened
is
and Ralph could
completely
never make
insane.
a
He thinks
visit
he
again,
has the right
if he became
to
bankrupt
sign
and
off
could
his
never afford
own
another
fucking
child payment,
daughter's
child
rights to her
support payment
child.
again,
This is how
doesn't
insane this guy is.
right? If there's nobody who's going to take on the role, if there's nobody who's going to accept the adoption, Ralph wouldn't even be able to do this, right? So it's important to note that.
Oh,
that
Ben
option
Thorpe is way
isn't
better than
available to
Matthew
him.
Vickers is
Unless there's
the
somebody who has
biggest,
the
worst
love
white
for the
I
child
have
and
ever
the
seen in
wherewithal.
my
There's
life.
no in my entire family.
He'll
for a long time.
involve
We've known
he'll
him for a
involve
long
his
time.
children. He'll
And
involve his
Xander
grandchildren.
absolutely
He'll
loves
involve the
this guy. I
neighbors.
can't
He
even
does not
express
give a fuck. He
what
will
the kid's
give
think.
his daughter's
We
sex
went to
tape
dinner
out
with
to
a cousin
random
when we were down in
people.
Southern California back in
This guy does not
June.
give a fuck.
We went to dinner after Faith and
He'll blackmail his daughter's
Isaiah and Xander had
boyfriend
spent a
into
week
getting
together.
him to marry.
And Xander was a little
Faith.
bummed because Isaiah had to go back to work.
This
and
is
we were gonna be
it's
in
clearly
Anaheim.
fucking blackmail at
And
this
he
point.
made
I don't think this guy has
a
anything
2-hour
on the
drive
level.
because he's met my cousin before, and my cousin and his wife and his family love the guy. Everybody
Pure
who meets this
fucking
guy, you should
blackmail.
understand, loves this guy. That's how cool.
This poor
the
fucking
opposite.
Mexican
He's like the nigger
wandered
house.
over the
Trump
border
there. You're going
and
a
got
little Trump. I got
hoodwinked
this
by
guy. He's a
Vickers
great guy. Everybody loves
into
this
hooking
guy.
up with
He's
his
the
daughter.
best guy. Xander loves
Well,
him.
it's true. It's true.
You're gonna
It's
have to
true.
raise
Everybody
Xander
loves the guy
now,
'cause
or
he's
else I'm gonna
fucking
call you
nice
a
guy,
pedophile
actual
and
man, Just
pursue you
everything right
legally
about it.
for the rest of your life, just like Ralph. Unless you marry my
so
daughter and take care
Xander
of my
was just sitting in his high chair.
To
And
own
he's having a good
Ralph.
time. And then Isaiah shows up.
You
This
know.
kid about
I
explodes
want to be a
his
desperate
fucking
celebrity.
chair.
I want to go on Dr. Phil.
So happy because he didn't expect to see him.
Nobody
and
picked it up,
starts
Vickers.
shouting data
Nobody
and just
gives
goes
a
crazy,
fuck.
Right? Super cute. Warms the heart. So glad.
Guy
to see
has
the
spent
kid
over $100,000 on legal
so anyway.
bills that could go to his 5 children and
But
hog
wrapping
wife.
back around, it's important.
You know she's expensive
for
to fucking feed.
Ralph
That's why she's
to
getting a
understand
gastric
and
bypass.
Dick to understand, and
Because
apparently
they got no
Chris
fucking money
Cassie to
left.
understand. This option isn't available to Ralph unless there's a guy
You can't
who's
put her
willing
in
to
front
take
of the
over,
fucking trough
right?
anymore.
It doesn't matter what happens.
She's got to
to you.
fucking staple her
man.
stomach
And
shut
it's-
because they got
yeah,
nothing.
it's the timing of it that is fortuitous because right now there's somebody ready and willing to fucking take it on. And you should
be a
No,
father.
Vickers didn't win
understand
shit.
A real
what-
father.
Yeah, understand what this means to the gentleman in question, to Isaiah. This doesn't mean just like, I'm gonna raise a baby. Look at me. That means he inherits.
And this guy's
all
going to
of the
talk about being
rights
morally
and the
superior when he got
responsibilities that Ralph
completely
does,
wasted
which
and
means
talked
he's
about
saying,
wanting to suck
if
black
Faith and I
cocks.
split up in the future, if there's a divorce, I'm on the
Okay,
hook
Vickers.
for child support. I'm on the hook for custody stuff. I'm on the hook for everything that Ralph would be. So he's not just going, I get all the benefits. He gets all the potential disadvantages too.
The risks, yeah.
Yes, and
Yeah,
he understands
Like being
all of
connected to
that.
you.
right? That's what we're trying to get. But if that guy didn't exist, it would just be this forever. It would be this, not hell for me because this doesn't take that much of my day for some people that don't understand
It
that,
takes
right? It's
every
very, very simple
waking
because some people
moment
who are
of your
opposed to
life,
me are
Vickers.
Very, very stupid.
Stop
right?
lying.
And they've made some very, very stupid
Stop
mistakes.
fucking lying.
So, moving on, so I don't sound too super villainy.
Look at
kinda
who he
like it
surrounded
sometimes,
himself
but
with.
It's not
A
me.
fat
It's just
ex-stalker
regular
of
red
Margaret
lightsaber.
yeah,
McLennan.
it's just
a
regular person.
VTuber avatar,
so
and
that's,
some guy
that's
who's
an important
literally
thing to know.
eating
Go on.
into the
Married.
microphone.
To a guy, he's gonna be the new
These are the
dad,
people
and
invited
you
into
never
the
have to
Vickers
pay
home.
child support.
Yeah.
Vickers is gonna keep like gay love
I
to you until
saved
you're dead.
a
Right?
little less than $250,000. Yeah.
You know what?
Yes, it came out
I
today.
think you could get some more
that-
money out of him.
It came out today that Ralph
Nerp. Yeah,
is
skip that
paying
over right away, 'cause
$20,000 a year in child support.
It's like,
And
I'll
has
do
not
it if you
missed
pay
any
me
payment.
X amount of money. Whoopie
And
doo.
it's
That switches,
in the legal
that switches the
documents.
game.
It's
No,
proof.
I'm not paying one red goddamn dime. I've paid enough, and it's money that Ralph would be on the hook for, but I'm letting him out of it, at least for that the legal fee stuff.
Yeah, if he signs off of
the,
if he
the
signs off
lawsuit,
being
that's another thing, but we'll
a
get to that.
If
parental,
he threw it at like
if
I'm gonna
he
talk
signs
all
off
about
his
the lawsuit,
parental
by the way. I
rights,
don't
yeah,
give a
he's
fuck.
not on the hook for
$50,000.
$20,000 a year. You fucking
it's
psycho.
gonna work here a while. I think that.
Well, you
that's
know
a
what?
little bit
I've
of a better
spent that
deal,
much
I think.
money on my. I thought about that actually, and I was like,
Gonna
I
burn
spent
in
a lot
hell,
of money
fat
on
fuck.
lawyers. Maybe you could toss
this.
me about 20.
He
Why
thinks
do you
his
spend so much
grandchild
money
isn't
on
going to
lawyers and you
hate
can't
his
even
guts when
pronounce
he
it other
grows
than
up
liars. Like, liars.
and not
Ralph,
see him for the
I
but
complete
wanna say
white
this real
trash
quick.
piece of shit that
Ralph,
he is.
Vickers would more sooner throw me 10 grand just
Yeah.
to buy every single copy of Racing
I'm sure
Lagoon on the
Vickers
market for
would
the shit
take
and
money out of
giggle
his own
it
family's
that you
mouth
couldn't
and give
even
this
afford to do
freak
something that stupid
$10,000
before he gave
to
you
A-Log
a
Ralph.
fucking
That's what he's
thing.
doing with
I
Cog.
really would, and I would enjoy every
If you
minute.
wonder how Cog was able to afford anything and move out of the council flat,
In case you need to know.
it's fucking Vickers.
That'd be
No, he's
fucking dope.
without discussing
is paying.
personal,
Yeah.
negotiations. I think he
Vickers
seems-
And
tipped
there's some
Ralph
things
off
he
about
can't
the
discuss
Vickers
because a lot of it's
visitation ambush.
related to face case.
We'll
which
go
he's
through the
barred from
tweets
talking
after.
about, as we all know. Vicious
Yeah, I
Vickers
know
over
it's
here is
boring.
barred from
What do you
talking
want
about,
from me?
Nothing. So we don't into details. I mean, it's not.
They're
It's really
talking
pretty
about me.
simple,
I
but
gotta-
we'll get into it.
to
You got-
think
I have
he's,
to have
he's doing
commentary.
me a favor.
I am so fucking doing Ralph a favor right now, in that he does
And Ralph
not.
knows it. Deep
does-
down,
yeah.
Ralph knows it.
He knows it's a. Yeah, it's in yeah. It's
It's
well,
a
it's,
get out of jail free card almost.
and aside from it's $150,000 plus potentially
Ralph is
$8120
looking to slide
plus
into
potentially
grace.
whatever. We'll find out
Travel
more about
costs
and-
how
The losers on the
Perspicacity
panel
and
are
Ralph
just
were so very
losers on
wrong
panel.
about their thoughts
That's all
on
you need to know
defamation
about them.
lawsuits.
But I don't know if you know this, Dick, but I know a lot of people,
Faith is a fact.
and
Yeah.
I've
I would
they've helped you
IBS
out
him,
so
but
much
he
so
fucking
far.
hides. 'Cause he's a little
I've reached
bitch.
out to a few people. A lot of people think I should fight
He
this.
fucking hides.
Fight what? It's a yes or no question. There is
hides like a
literally
little
nothing.
bit.
It's not a legal procedure to fight that you can combat.
There is nothing. There is nothing to fight. You're talking about they think you should fight. Maybe are you talking about the lawsuit? You don't even know what's entailed. So you don't even know what
gladiator fight that.
Yeah, what the fuck are we
Yeah.
talking? That's what I haven't understood. Like the whole morning you spent like, should I fight it or should I agree? And so then we're talking about this agreement. It's like there's nothing to fight. You either say yes or you say no. If you say no,
Yeah,
then
you
we're
should
just back,
definitely
we're back
fight
to
it,
status quo, and that's just how it's been.
This
You say
piece
yes,
of shit
I mean,
can't change the
everybody
fact
moves
that
on.
that's your child.
Fuck.
I'm not fluent in retard, but what I'm thinking that they're trying to say is fight it to get more out of it for you. Like try
Yeah,
to
no,
negotiate. I think that's what they mean by fight.
Yeah, I've given as
Negotiate
much.
more.
I've given
Yeah.
as much as I've gonna. Apparently, the request
Creator
like, I want to
boxing
delete
Twitter
his Twitter
gets
account,
in.
not do.
Can
Fuck
you imagine?
I'm not deleting my Twitter account. I'm not stifling my speech.
I think
about-
Ralph would win
Think
against
about
Vickers.
how good that is. He wants you to delete your Twitter account. That is so valuable to him. That means he fucking fears it.
Revan is for
I tell him
two.
you first.
Revan is for two. Ralph is off wagon. His brain no work good. I actually agree.
Brain never work
yeah,
good.
I actually don't. I don't think.
Can
I
you
thi-
imagine
not
the
don't
poor
think, I
judge
do
that's
think
got to
he's off
listen
the
to this
wagon based on
fucking
his speech
completely
patterns
unhinged white
and
trash?
the
Try to
tone of
present
personal
evidence.
messages and
Is it
tweets
off
that
the
he's
wagon
sent.
or on the
you
wagon?
know,
Well, yeah,
Wants to put a bullet in his head
Fucking knows.
Old
because he's
Seinfeld-
got to listen
old
to this
Seinfeld joke.
unrepentant
Got it.
white
Okay.
fucking trash.
Anyway, let's keep moving here.
Now, I know
This is like a 42-minute clip, but I think we're only doing like 30 minutes of it. But here we go.
you're not one of those people, but
Could be a nice little recap too. They're playing Ralph's audio from earlier today.
It's the genuineness of the laughter that I think we all
I fucking
appreciate.
hate
What
that
would
laugh.
Vickers do without Ralph? Nothing.
So
He has
fucking-
nothing
It's
without
so
Ralph.
fucking forced.
okay, you know what? Okay, well, tell me, you know what? Let's have a debate because I can hear my mom, I know, Beta, Jesse Lee Peterson.
I immediately regret not having Sandra.
What would this
shown.
fat
I'm
fuck do without
not
having Ralph?
because I said I wouldn't, and I'm holding to that, just like I fucking said I would.
Mom's talking to you in your head. Okay, I can hear my mom saying never give up on your son, on your flesh and blood.
Oh yeah.
You sound oh yeah.
That was forced. That was so fucking forced.
And I want to make clear that
Well, yeah,
Let's-
because he was trying
He
to make it
wants to
sound like
make-
he was laughing at a Dick
Listen to this.
Masterson
Vickers
joke.
wants to make
it's
something
hard.
clear.
You gotta force that shit out.
Surrounded by little
I want to make it
freaks.
clear though that if this were, say, Ariana and I, let's say 5 years into Ariana, we got married. We were married for
Your hog
3
wife
years, I
would
think,
fucking
before,
take you for every
she got
time.
pregnant with Faith, and she had Faith, and then we together a couple of years. If Ariana then would have went, fuck off, I'm leaving, and you're crazy, even if I didn't release revenge porn on her, and left and went somewhere
Listen to
else and
this
got together with
seething,
another man
this
or
seething,
whatever,
fat,
then would it be okay
disheveled fuck
or make sense for the man
who should
to
be
fight for
taking
his
care of
family?
his 5 children right now.
Absolutely. But this thing started as a toxic fucking atom bomb mess from day one.
Yeah,
right?
I wonder
It didn't
who.
Start right.
I wonder who distributed
didn't
all
right.
of
I
your
mean,
daughter's
let us count the
information. It
ways.
wasn't you, was it, Vickers?
Yeah. In
One would
secret,
say
That you
a
created a
cornucopia
personal
of
blog
things.
you
to talk
flew,
about her sex
you
tape
flew
in
a girl half
excruciating
your age,
detail,
barely out of
and
high
then
school,
admitted later
across
that you
the fucking
archived
country away
and
from all her
saved a
friends and
copy
family
of
and
her sex
isolated her.
tape and told everybody that you know about
Found
it
out
that it was released.
Found out first
Yeah.
that she definitely had
that your daughter
mental illness
in the fucking
issues,
loony
right?
bin, his
Again,
daughter in
Faith,
the loony
she's in
bin
chat, she'll be the
writes,
first one to
"Oh my
fucking say,
God, my
"There's
father
some
has
fucking-
found out
he
about
shits
the
on
sex.
my daughter.
My father,
I'm not
there's
shitting
been a
on
sex
anybody.
tape leak.
How do you shit on
My
somebody
father
who
is
was an
going
actual
to
mental
start a
disorder? They
show."
couldn't fucking help it.
You know,
It just
because that's
is
what all
what it
people
is,
think. Your
right?
parents are
It's
going to
just the
start a
truth.
show when
It's-
your
yeah,
sex
it's the
tape
lore.
gets leaked.
It's just a faith in
Faith
chat.
in
I was
chat.
crazy, as
crazy
fuck. There you
Complete
go.
piece
right?
of garbage.
Flew her and like, but does
I've
I
never seen
understand
anybody
that
as
people
low
are
as
like,
this fuck.
oh, she's
Never.
She's
I
18.
got to push back a little bit on that, just
He
because
tells
it makes me
everybody
feel
that comes
uncomfortable
in
with
the
the
coin
shit
shop,
that I
yes,
know.
about it.
Like
All of
was
his daughter's
definitely
personal
mentally
business. He
not
tells
fully
them that
there.
anybody who comes
for
into
sure.
the coin shop.
But
she probably
he
could rob
groomed
the tractor
the
shit.
fuck
Vickers
out of her.
literally
There's
takes
no way around
pictures
that.
of
He
Ralph's
groomed the
bloodied
fuck
shirt
out
from
of her.
Portugal that he bought from COG for money. That's framed in the living room. He takes pictures of it and shows it to people that come in the shop. That's how unfucking hinged and white, just complete psychotic white trash.
I've literally seen him groom her. Like,
I have
no.
too. I have too, and it's actually some of the messages that I've seen will actually get really interesting.
And then I'm sure his retarded daughter is going to sit there and defend
some of the
her own
that
father, just destroying her entire life
in a lawsuit
and privacy.
But those will be interesting. So,
I know if it was my daughter, I would
like,
never, ever, ever allow.
And then you found out
anyone
first
to ever even
she was,
speak
she
up
was
the
nutso because
I would do everything in my power. I would spend that $100,000
right?
I
and then
blew
while
on
she's
lawyers.
in the nutso bin, you find
that
out there's
Vickers
this
blew
other
on lawyers
nutso guy
to
that
making
she's
sure
been
that
nutso
tape was
messaging.
eradicated
Also a
from the
groomer,
internet.
by the way, and a pedophile, Chris Kerr.
But this fuck doesn't care. He wants
so
to do
you
a
find
show.
all that out first, right? You find that out first. You have your opportunity to go, bing, light bulb. I should probably fucking call this shit off. Hey, you know what's actually really beneficial is her parents are in town because they came to get her based on a lie. Why
I
not
wonder if he
just...
lays awake at night just wondering, I should have just,
I know
let them
Vickers
take
lays
her
awake
and then
at
be like,
night
oh
thinking
no,
about me.
wait, baby, don't go. And then just ghosted
I
and my
know he
life would have
does.
been a ton better.
That's exactly what he should have done. But
I want to haunt
he didn't
this
do
fat
that. What did he
loser
do?
fuck's nightmares.
Because he released the revenge porn and immediately broke the law when he was drunk and then woke up and went fuck. And he woke up, by the
Oh,
way,
yeah,
and he
Faith-
went
he
to a
destroyed
fucking
any hope that
hotel
Faith is
away
gonna
from.
be a
He
teacher.
went into hiding
I mean,
after it happened, right? Tell me
Faith
that's
doesn't
not a
want to
man
do
who
anything
fears
anyway.
for his
She wants to
fucking
sit on her
life.
fat ass
Because
and eat
I
bomb
was
buns
2
at
hours
home.
away from his house.
While her
Now,
father
I
pays
wouldn't
for
have
everything.
gone.
You
and
think
done
Faith
anything
really
because
gives a
I am
fuck about
respecter
any of
the
this shit?
Fucking law, as we've found out over
She's
all
being
this time.
paid to
But
fucking
anyway,
comply
this all
with this
happened
bullshit. If the
before
money
she was
dries
pregnant.
up,
People,
Faith
she
ain't
wasn't
gonna
pregnant.
go with this bullshit
What did
anymore.
dipshit do?
That 20
He
grand is
brings
going to
her-
look real
he-
good.
he-
that
he
that
helps her
free
sign
20
out of the
grand a year
hospital
is going to look
against
real
medical
good.
advice.
And Daddy's going to be
And he takes
broke.
her back home. This is after he has a call with Southern Dingo about how it's going to be like having an unruly child sucking his dick.
I remember that one.
Yeah,
Jesus
we are.
Christ, that was
I have a
great
recording of it.
I'm sure you do, Vickers.
And then brings her back. Then gets her
I'm
fucking
sure he
pregnant.
masturbates to these recordings.
Okay, so, I mean, what did you expect was going to happen? That she was never going to find out that you
And that
were
was
one?
his plan too.
Yeah.
Now that you reminded me of the dingo call, that was his plan. That was the anchor baby to keep him out of jail.
Yep. Now,
The anchor baby to keep him
what
out of jail.
happens? What do you think
Okay.
is going to happen? You released revenge porn on a girl. You're a convicted sex offender.
Yeah,
She
and
is
who
your
told
victim.
everybody
You are
about this
never going
release
to be
of who
friends.
disseminated
It's
this
never going to
information
happen. And the reason I say
everybody
this, and people are like, "Why
that
doesn't
he
Faith
could
say?" Because
possibly
she
give it
can't
to.
say some of it. You phenomenal fucking idiots out there. She can't say it because there is a child involved, and there's legal
can't
limitations
say
on what
what?
she said. There's shit
Because
that
it's
just wouldn't
illegal,
sound
Vickers?
good in the court if
So
she said
you're
it, but it doesn't
acting
make
at-
them
you
any
admit to
less
acting
true.
as her agent?
If you're all telling me that it's fucking normal for an 18-year-old girl who's at the prime of her life to fly all the way across the country to meet up with somebody who ends up being a fat, unshaven, smelly tampon.
Yeah, I wonder
alcoholic,
why somebody who looks just like her
mental
daddy
illness or
and
not,
acts just like her
right?
daddy,
Who lives with his mom
piece of shit.
in a house half the size that she grew up in.
Ralph is 10
You're all
times the
telling
man
me-
you are,
art of
Vickers.
his buddies for
I
his
don't give a
podcast
fuck.
on his wall as decoration.
You're all going to tell
You're
me
never ever
that
going to be
was
Ralph,
a girl
Vickers.
in her rational mind. Yes, perspicacity would tell you this is a tale as old as time because perspicacity is a fucking retard.
It is a tale
That's
as
the only
old
reason
as
he says it.
time.
Just use those words to me.
You
It's a tale
delusional
as old
fat
as time.
fuck.
Stay out of it, Vickers. Stay out of what? I can hate
It is a
motherfucker
story as old
and-
as time.
and protect my family from a motherfucker and use my legal recourses against a motherfucker. Kid aside, right? Maybe it just so happens that the kid feels the same way. Maybe it just so
The kid
happens
is 2
that
years
the
old,
daughter
Vickers.
has already made peace with. I'm never.
How can a
going to
2-year-old
make peace
make
with this guy
peace
because
with
he
that?
Never stops. He
Are
never
you a
stops
psycho?
The wagon of not just substance abuse,
Typical
and not just being a
Californian
drunk. And
bullshit.
yes, Ralph, I will call you a drunk on my show because you fucking are, and you fucking said
You're
it
a
live
drunk
on air.
too,
So that's
Vickers.
not a violation of anything.
You're a
It's
sloppy,
literally
disgusting,
the stupidest thing
unshaven
to ask
drunk
me in a court of law while you
who's
had me
400
under oath
pounds.
for fucking cross examination.
And so is your
you call
wife.
me a drunk? Yeah, you are a drunk. You said so yourself. Holy shit. Moving
are
on.
you.
There's so much to discuss. But, so, he only gained 2 pounds, though, Coin Merchant says Rebel without a cause. More power to him, I guess. So, okay, anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Oh,
but it's
the son doesn't want to see it. The son literally can't even talk yet.
Discussions I've had with other people.
He's 2 years old.
Messages that have been sent. It's always what sets him off. When the reality of the situation
I wonder
is like,
why
I'm
the
being
son
nice
wouldn't
because
like
I'm
his
legally
father. Does it
required
have to
be
do with
nice.
his
We
bloody
need to
shirt
stop
framed
with
in the living
love
room?
bombing and then the gaslighting when the love
I'm pretty
bombing
sure
is
it's
not
illegal,
requited and all
Vickers,
that shit because
to talk about wanting to
it's
kill someone's father in front of a
convicted
2-year-old.
sex offender and victim of the convicted sex offense. What in your pea-sized brain makes you think that that's ever going to be normal again? So that's where we see that Dick Masterson has some wisdom here, is that's why it's never going to be easy or copacetic. And he's a history of alcohol abuse and a history of drug abuse and then a history of losing fucking women and losing custody of children and all that shit. So yeah, it's always going to be hard for him because of his own fucking life and his own fucking choices. Dick Masterson knows this better than anybody else. He knows it. Now,
That's why he broke his arm at the bowling event.
Now, he tries to placate Ralph. By saying,
I'll give Dick the benefit of the doubt. I think he actually did hurt his arm, but it was probably to pay hush money to his sex
Dick
offender.
is probably, listen, this is probably Dick's thing. This fat, worthless fuck is poisoning this child to the point where it's so dysfunctional and so disgusting that it might be healthier if Ralph was neutral. But Vickers is never going to stop. I know Vickers is never going to stop. He's never going to stop.
Convicted sex offender, and she was his victim, and she is my daughter.
She is his victim.
We're never going to fucking like him.
Your daughter said you raped her, you fat, worthless fuck. She said she was gangbanged on a school bus.
Hey, judge, do something to him.
She said she was molested.
The only reason
this is the girl that said she was molested and forcibly finger banged at Disneyland by her current boyfriend.
And he keeps doing those things. So
are you fucking for
real? So what's your retort to that?
Just like quit. Fuck it.
This beady-eyed, disgusting fuck.
What do you want? Going to be like flying around for the rest
this
of your
child has to be around.
Dude, it's a long.
If I was the judge, Vickers wouldn't even be allowed around this child. Looking at his children that are completely fucked in the head, and his fat fucking hog wife, I would say, you don't deserve to be within 100 feet of this child. You're clearly insane.
And
your daughter is a BPD fucking whore.
That
who's also completely nuts.
I mean, he's supposedly
and your wife
rich,
is a
so I don't know why he can't just
BPD
pop up and fly
fat
over every other fucking
insane
weekend,
hog.
Right? I mean,
and doesn't belong within 100
I'm surprised you haven't bought a fucking private plane yet.
Right? Okay.
You're trying to work on your own shit in your family. Fuck. Who the fuck wants to deal with a hostile mom, like a hostile.
Well, that's the thing. It's like
situation.
you know, without
Dick is right, and who wants to deal with this bullshit? But it's not the righteous thing. Is to be a real man and be a father to your child. There's nothing in the world that's going to change that being his child.
He doesn't talk about fat bitches, and it's because the fat
and this fat fuck can't do anything about it, no matter how hard he tries or how much money he spends. Ralph will always be the father of that child.
Or sitting his people to create these ridiculous fabrications about us being swingers, which still just makes me laugh. I consider that one an epic fail, because even if it was true, that'd be hilarious. So, no, it's not. He doesn't do anything. It's just we're the sole aggressors. And it's because he hasn't been able to beat us, because there's nothing to actually defeat.
You're fucking insane. There's nothing to beat.
That we're the assholes. He's done nothing wrong,
You're
right?
fucking insane.
No benefit to it whatsoever.
How many court cases am I a defendant or respondent on? Does anybody want to guess?
Enough,
if you guessed
Vickers.
0. You're correct.
0.
Oh.
Fucking.
I was going to say, does it have to be just
I wonder
defendant
what
or
the
respondent? Then
audience
0.
Can we get a poll of the audience? Because I knew this had been.
This is how you make those life decisions, people. You poll.
I mean, he's doing this because Ralph wants to see his child 2 days a month for 2 hours at a clip. This is what this is all about.
All totally stable people. 1's for yes, 2 for no.
Actually, well,
Even his own co-hosts are speechless
now that we've gotten to the
know
point where he's pulling the audience, I did want to
this fat vengeful piece
you
of
said
shit
you're gonna do professional and all
mind.
that, and okay. So I decided to match your energy. I'm going to play devil's advocate. I'm gonna switch sides for a second. I'm gonna give Ralph the only advice he needs to fucking listen to. Ralph, you know as well as you should know, you're not.
Oh, that stalker!
I think your audience and fans
Margaret
are stupid.
McLennan's fucking stalker, who was hyping up Kenny Jones to do all the insane shit he was doing, is going to lecture Ralph on healthy relationships with women.
That all of the people that have been in your pocket on your side, Perspicacity, Shaggy, King of Pole, Godwinson, the writers room, all these fucking people have been telling you, yeah, you're gonna fucking win, you're gonna do all this. They've never been right.
The judge is not going to tolerate this stupid bullshit.
We know it.
I guarantee.
And until recently, they were all against him, except for Esso Shaggy, that I know of.
Right.
More chaos. Person wants
I know they're both.
Yeah.
I know
Ralph
it's
keeps
super
fighting
scum.
this
I get it.
And Godwinson, and those guys.
This
get
is
exactly
like so
what they
beyond.
want. They get Ralph acting like a clown, and they get more content.
I mean,
that's all they're trying to grift off of it.
Why? How does he forget that they were his A-logs?
I don't have a picture of Genius.
If he's making a legal argument, it would be, I don't remember.
I don't recall. But so all those people on your side.
My bad advice is Ralph should be in his own child's life.
You know this now.
That's my horrible bad advice.
Routinely handed to you. I mean, your victories have just been kicking the can down the road every time. You've won on like technicalities where shit gets thrown out because it wasn't filed.
Yeah,
and
shit gets thrown out because it's bullshit. It gets thrown out because it's bullshit.
Wasted my time.
Nobody wants to see it because it's nonsense bullshit that you pulled out of your ass.
You're telling you this. Even ChatGPT, it's been wrong. You've been getting your ass kicked. You got convicted as a sex offender. You got convicted, contempt of court, where the judge not only fucking found you guilty, but put into your public legal record in black and white.
Yeah, what's in your record, stalker?
Every future legal matter. That not only were you guilty of contempt of fucking court, but you had zero remorse.
A woman was so afraid of you that she left the internet.
And oh, hey, by the way, when the judge said that, you got on your fucking cozy.gov stream and danced and celebrated like the wigger that you are.
Yeah,
and that
you're not a wigger
either, and can be referenced and right next to that fucking legal document.
Duggan Hacks.
Let's be fucking real.
Duggan Hacks, fucking king. $100. I'm going to read it first, and then Genie Sanis can finish his very interesting take on Devil's Advocate. Duggan Hacks for $100. As entertaining as your coverage of Ralph is, I'd rather he just.
Are you going to claim this as charity, Vickers?
No child deserves that train wreck as a father. Save the $600 a month, Ralph. $800 a month, Duggan. Take the deal. $600 is a lot of beer and Xanax. $800. Just do it. Own the A-logs by getting away free. I agree with that.
And obligatory $100. Whoa!
So
$100 to save the baby.
This fat fuck can't even speak.
All right.
Anyway, to kind of continue on to
yes.
thing.
Yes, finish, man. We're 3 minutes into 30 minutes here.
Cook.
Go, man, go. I'm letting you have this.
Never tell me the odds. But anyway. So you know you've got all this shit against you. You know that all these people have been fucking wrong.
This guy is so fat and delusional, he can barely get.
Let's just do it by the numbers, Ralph. $800 per month child support. Boom,
literally
gone.
grifting off his own daughter's sex tape.
I don't know, $1,300 to $2,000 per month for fucking 2 hours at a time visitation for them extra hugs and Bluey. All that shit that you just begrudgingly do.
You're literal fucking pimping your daughter out.
All that's like $3,000 a month right off the top that you could fucking save, and over the course of another 16 fucking years, it's a lot of fucking money.
Shut the
and
fuck
let's face it, you
up.
probably don't have that. And even if you do, why the fuck
Brian,
would you want to spend all that money for something
Brian.
you don't really want to be a part of in the first place?
Okay, but
second,
hurry up because I'm going to play my devil's advocate. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm almost there. Secondly, you know that more shit is coming from Faith, You know that more shit is coming from Vickers, and
Yeah, well,
you know
okay,
that the more
from
you
a
keep
lying
running your mouth,
BPD
it's
whore,
just going to pile on to
and
that.
from her schizophrenic
Now,
father,
let's
her
continue
schizophrenic,
to look at your
fat,
life
drunken,
situation.
white trash father.
This is only
People
your
are really
first
going to
baby
take that
mama.
seriously.
This is Act
Oh,
1,
fuck
motherfucker.
me.
You just started
I
Act
actually-
2. You forgot, didn't you?
With everything
You're-
going on right now, yes, I actually fucking forgot he has another child. Oh
Exactly.
my god!
And they can
Abandon
reference
the kid,
your
save
legal
buddy.
public record in any legal action she takes against you. But let me take
Well,
you,
that's
since
true.
I'm in your
I
corner
didn't
right
even
now,
think
I'm
about
switching
that,
sides. I'm going to assume you actually want to save that marriage, which, oh, by the way, you married her. You're legally bound, unlike with Faith. So May has even more of
Nobody's
a grip
marrying
on your
that cow.
balls
You notice the
legally because
Mexican
you
ain't
married her.
marrying that cow. He's been
Right?
marrying that bitch for 2 years now.
Well, I'm gonna take you at your word, Ralph. You want to fucking do better. You're
Vickers
sober. You've been
blackmailing
sober
that
for
fuck, and he's gonna get
months,
deported
and
unless
you
he
haven't done
marries his
Xannies
fucking hog daughter.
for days.
It's not
Okay,
happening, Vickers.
Right. You want to fix your marriage. You want to do better. You want to do what's right for Cozy Rosa. I'm gonna take you at your word for that. I'm gonna give you the absolute benefit of the doubt. You're 100% correct and honest with that. Why the fuck are you spending $3,000 a month on a hostile fucking actor when you've got a wife that you're still married to, not divorced from, that knows where the fucking skeletons are, to be fucking quite frank? Why not fucking put that $3,000 a month to marriage counseling or to finding a place to live with your fucking family in America instead of Mexico? And
You're a fucking loser. Why don't you check yourself into counseling for stalking some bitch on
my
the
third point is this, and this is why I wanted to start when you were polling your audience. Ralph, get in real fucking close. I'm speaking directly to you right here. This is the most important thing you've ever been told in your fucking life, other than shut the fuck up, I'm your lawyer. Your audience, your fans, your pay pigs are, quite frankly, fucking retarded. They have been fucking retarded since before you were banned off of fucking YouTube. Your pay pigs are some of the dumbest fucking people on the goddamn
Nobody
internet.
wants to fucking pay for your rights.
Okay.
Nobody gives a fuck about you. Nobody's ever giving you money, bro.
You've been caught
Please
doxing them, having other people. Yeah.
Please fucking
and
more.
they still keep going. Yeah. So who the fuck are they? Do they really fucking pay you enough to fucking cover that $3,000 a month? Do you really think that the dancing monkey they throw shekels at, that they can't give a fuck what your life is? They want you drunk. They want you billed out. That's why they throw more money at you when you're drunk and billed out. They don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah, like they throw money at Vickers when he's drunk and billed out on a live stream talking about wanting to suck black cock.
The fucking Hitler.
This is a lot of projection going on here.
Fucking Hyundai Sonata. Yeah, and you had to because you ran your fucking mouth and you're like, we can make Ralph fucking look like a retard even more. Your audience doesn't give a fuck about you, dude.
They're throwing firecrackers.
Your audience doesn't give a fuck about you. The people, your Jannies don't give a fuck about you.
This is crazy.
Dick might give a fuck about you, and that it surprises me to fucking be able to honestly say that and be honest about it.
Yeah,
there's my advice for you, Ralph.
I think it's not what Dick gets out of it; it's what skeletons does Ralph have on Dick that Dick stays this.
That's the other fucking shoe to that.
Yeah.
So what crazy things has Ralph seen in Casa de Masters?
So, as a
Juju to the cow did go to.
Oh my god, it's almost like
time.
this is Vickers.
As a second,
it's almost like a fat fucking clone of
aside
Vickers.
To play devil's advocate, this isn't like I'm not gonna go try and convince. Oh, it's the money, because the thing is, if it were Bander, Jesus Christ, if it were in Xander's best interest, spend the money. It's in Xander's best interest, right? And if it were in Xander's best interest,
you don't give a fuck about Xander.
If it were in Xander's best interest, you just wouldn't be a dickhead, and I wouldn't be my hand forced to take the actions I've been taking.
Is that actually Harry in my chat?
For the
Harry,
record, I said nothing about Xander's best interest because Ralph
I don't
doesn't
got
give a
anything
fuck.
to say about you yet.
I'm getting,
but I got a lot to say about
this.
this
I can't get in somebody's head. Right?
Okay,
so we're all gonna have our opinions about that.
Because I don't know about Harry.
Showing up.
Harry actually seems like he cares about his daughter and grandchild.
Anyway, right? So you're starting with not a lot of time.
Unlike this
and then
piece
you're
of
only
shit.
making 22.5% of that time.
It's hard to say.
That's not a benefit
because
to
Harry
the child.
also
That's every once in a while he goes to daycare for a couple hours. That's
But
all it is.
I don't know. There's something
And it's all it
respectable
will ever
about
be. Because
the white
you can't
trash
go ask
levels
for more
Harry's willing to
visitation
go.
because you only show up to 22.5%
Over
of
Vickers,
what
who
you
just
have
wants
now.
to fucking
Unless you show up
bankrupt
to
everybody,
100% of
including
what
his
you
own
have
family.
now, and then go to the court and say, I want more. I want less supervision. I want whatever. It's just not going to happen. If you go to the court and ask for more of something that you're not already using, the court's going to go, why? That doesn't make any sense, right?
Pay pigs aren't
if you
people,
ask for
Harry.
non-supervised
That's my answer to
visitation,
you.
where's it going to be? You don't live here. And you're certainly not going to come over to Casa de Vickers and risk that shit going down. So,
But I do think
the
Ralph
reality
should
of the
listen. I'll
situation.
say
I'm not
this
sure
to
is
you,
waiting
Harry.
on because he's like, well,
I think
will get
you
more.
should be able,
Well,
of
I
course,
will
to
get
see your
custody.
granddaughter
No, you're not
because
gonna
it's
get any
right,
more custody.
and a
You
child
live in
deserves all the
Mexico.
love in the world.
Faith is the sole
Child is entitled to all the love in the
You're
world
going
that they
to have
could
to
get.
fight the courts.
But I
and
think
tell
Ralph
them
is
why
entitled to see
it
his
makes
daughter
sense
Rose.
for the
I mean, it's
child
ridiculous.
to have some
Why
kind of
should
joint
this
shared
fat,
custody.
vengeful fuck
And
have anything to say
assuming
about
it was
his
even
visitation
possible, do
with
you
his
think
own
any judge is
child?
going to go, well, let's slap this fucking kid on a plane down to Maryland?
And what
Let's
Ralph
go.
is asking for is
It's a
not a
foreign
lot.
fucking country. You're a felon.
A dangerous one.
Yeah.
An almost narco state.
So yeah, you make the point all the time. I realize before and after all this, even murderers and rapists get to see their kids, which is a
I
fantastic.
mean, this
bar to
piece
live
of
up
shit
to.
will just keep
But
this going. You
that
think,
doesn't mean they get fucking
you
custody.
think
It means
Vickers
they
is
get to
going to
visit
stop
their
when Ralph
kid
signs away the
through
rights?
a fucking glass window
Vickers
in
has
prison.
nothing
Well,
else.
I was going to say they're a bulletproof
He's
glass window.
dedicated
Yeah,
the last
so
since
that-
his daughter
anyway,
got
I'm gonna-
convicted.
I
He's
gotta move on. Let's
dedicated
move on
every
with this video
waking moment.
because we still got a lot
Go
to
ahead,
go
move
through.
on. I
to
gotta
making
take a
this
Vickers
his
real
life.
quick.
Go ahead, take your Vickers.
Go fully into it.
Yeah.
And you know, this is not.
And I do
this
think
is
you
not
should
a
bury
lie.
the hatchet with Ralph at this
Never
point,
mind, I
Harry.
won't say that.
Because it's just not healthy.
I was
for
about to
anybody
tell the
involved.
tale
I mean, it's
of
gotta get old after a
summer
while.
2020, but maybe I shouldn't tell that.
Maybe you shouldn't, Ralph. What happened? Oh, there it goes.
Oh, there we go.
Look at this fat fucking
This is
eye. He's
all-
walking out again.
Public record. He made an offer.
It's a protected Twitter account, but whatever.
It's a protected
Like you
Twitter
literally
account.
can't access it publicly.
So why are you tweeting at Ralph?
What do you think?
He's
See, some
tweeting at
people
Ralph
say
saying
fight.
it's a
Okay,
protected
press
private
F
Twitter
for
account.
fight it.
It doesn't
Wait,
work
what?
like that.
It's literally yes or no.
Press R for run.
The fuck is wrong with this guy?
Because I'm honestly kind of torn. And I talked to several people, but it's like,
By the way, did Ralph sound sober here for anybody who's listened to him
No.
regularly for the last 3 fucking years?
And I even gave him the benefit of the doubt and went back to listen to his show on Friday today. He had an Andrew Anglin, King Racist, piece of shit on.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, if you play them side by side, it's not even close.
Yeah.
It's absolutely on drugs.
you know,
Yeah.
it's 16 years of your child's life. I know you don't give a fuck.
Well, no, Dick doesn't give a fuck. Dick
Like,
wants to do acid. And
You know,
get
kids
high all
turn
night.
like.
That's why Dick doesn't
You remember
have any
that
children,
smiley guy that
which is
was
probably
sending
smart.
his dick to Ali Alexander at 15?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kids turn 15 and they kind of do whatever they want. Like you can't
Well, that's
stop
true.
them. So your son's gonna turn 13 or whatever and say, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna
This
go
is
check
true.
out
This
this
is
guy
true.
Ralph that you guys have been keeping from me for
And
like just
this
out of
child
spite."
will hate you,
Way to
Vickers,
go, Dick Masterson,
for turning
using
you
the
against his
comparison
own
of a
father.
15-year-old who
He
sends
will
dick pic to somebody
fucking
else
hate
compared
you.
to Ralph one day
This is
seeing
just
his
the
son.
reality of it.
Fuck.
Whether
of
you
this,
think
like,
you're right or
old
not,
geezer, this
It's-
Disney
doesn't
geezer
matter.
has been like keeping me from seeing my real fucking dad.
And it's all on.
Disney geezer. I'm a Disney geezer, Ari. I missed that part.
yeah, if you think you're going to keep this kid from seeing his father when he grows up,
too.
you're out of your
Snapchat.
fucking mind,
What's that?
loser.
I was
You're
gonna
out
say
of
it's
your
all on
fucking
record,
mind.
dude. Like, I mean,
Reality check
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
doesn't
Like
matter,
all,
even
all
if-
this.
the human being.
Yeah,
This
I
isn't
I
a
don't
fucking
know.
stuffed animal that you could
I
play
guess I
with.
still have a certain amount of time, but like the way it was offered on.
What are we at? 2 hours, 24 minutes time. Yes.
Twitter, it's like 48 hours.
2 hours,
Nigga, my
24
lawyer
minutes.
has to
You
look
fat
at
fuck.
this.
Take
like,
another
what
drink.
the fuck are you talking?
Jesus Christ. It's not going to be a sealed agreement over the internet. Why don't people understand that the internet's the internet and the law is the law? It is a...
Because you're tweeting about it, you stupid fat fuck.
I'm not talking.
This guy puts out a tweet with an ultimatum on it and says it's not internet
my
stuff.
Attorney involved in wasting people's
what are you fucking delusional? You said you don't have an attorney that is pro se.
If Ralph said yes in the next 2 hours, it's not going to solidify anything. And I say
it's not going to solidify anything.
What the stuff that I've set forward,
it's not going to mean anything. But we're both going to be moving
forward on something.
Everybody knows exactly
what
you are.
If he says no, then I say no, and we're just back to the fucking status quo. That's the whole point.
The whole point is to be at the status quo, Vickers, and waste everybody's time and money.
I'm never going to stop seeing my son. You can't stop me. But I'm not trying to fucking stop you, as we've already seen. You stopped yourself 77.5% of the time you stopped yourself. We have for the guy who's tried to make all these peace offerings, we have a position with which to move forward, right? That's all it is.
He's literally doing streams and tweeting about stuff and says it's not online.
I had some rum before the show.
The guy is more delusional than fucking Gator. I can't, like, how do you even talk to somebody like this?
What kind of fucking push sales tactics is this? Like, my law...
It's not a push sales tactic. Ralph has he
blocked you from seeing a private Twitter
over the last fucking year of dragging shit out and getting continuances and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
This is I want to know in 48 hours if this is something you're even willing to fucking consider before we make it real. And that's a perfectly sane amount of time when somebody's
a perfectly sane amount of time to ask somebody to sign away the rights to their child.
Remember, everybody, it wasn't my fucking idea.
That's a great idea, Vickers.
Of course, I love the idea.
You're Aristotle.
It wasn't
you're a
initiated
great
by
fucking
me. It was
thinker.
initiated by
You
the
fucking
other party.
retard.
And
what
a
fucking piece of shit. I'll give you 48 hours to sign away the rights to your child.
Sacrificing shit that I'm well within my rights to. Right?
You're not into rights to anything. It's not your child.
Because he was trying to be
magnanimous or something like
this. The best
there is no state
here you go,
that gives you rights to handle custody proceedings for your grandchild. You fucking lunatic.
We'll get into what I'm offering.
Your needs to look at this document, nigga. I'm not trying to get railroaded. What are you doing? Like,
it's just extortion.
I'm not trying to get railroaded, so I clearly haven't been paying attention to what's been going on.
You're literally saying, I will continue to sue you unless you sign over your rights to this child.
Throw 20 grand on it so I can get my lawyer on the phone.
You don't even have legal grounds to even do that.
To pay for speeding service.
Because he sleeps.
Never mind. I shouldn't say what I was going to say. But
and Ralph should have let you serve him at the visitation center. Because you would have got slapped so hard by the judge for that fucking bullshit.
Ralph. You sleep alone.
Yeah, that's true.
You want to know how fast Vickers fucking ran that story back about serving with his son at the fucking visitation center? How quick Vickers walked that shit back.
That makes it kind of clear.
Because he's a fucking pussy loser.
Luke Cage and stealing money from
skip ahead
charities.
By a little bit because he starts talking about
who's that? He's talking about Eric July?
Yeah, I'm just going to call him Luke Cage.
Oh, wait. Never mind. Coming up here soon.
These like e-celebrities, they play real fast and loose.
Please, Ralph. Please.
Yeah, dude, wait. Did you see all the money that he made back yesterday?
Yeah, like dressing, doing makeup and stuff.
Yeah, he put on the dress. Oh man, come on, dude. You know what? It'd have to be really bad. It'd have to be really bad with Mr. Vickers and my son for me to come on here and put on the dress. And you know what? I bet I would make more money putting on the dress.
Well,
to be quiet.
That's a good point. Imagine making fun of Brian for working for a living when you're a 600-pound, fat, coked-out, drunken lunatic who's got to drink himself and do coke into a fucking oblivion to make money on a show because he has no more content left and he doesn't have a creative bone in his fucking body.
And they're just gonna keep chiseling you down until you're like broken.
Because he's gonna.
That's gonna work out really well when you fucking die of a heart attack.
I can't just chisel somebody down for no good reason. That doesn't. I know that's the popular they're using all fair. That doesn't exist. It doesn't happen. You can't just randomly do shit to people in the court. They have to do something first. You can randomly try and then get in a lot of trouble for it. It's not fucking... it's not TV.
Yeah, it's not TV. As he does a
Y'all,
live
what
stream
get in trouble
about it.
for? Why are they talking about troons? What?
You wish it was on TV.
Oh, he was
Nobody's
talking about
fucking
wearing a dress.
interested.
Pay attention.
Because
He's
you're
going.
you're bottom of the barrel, white
He was taking a Vickers
trash.
and then came back and kind of saw something in chat.
Even
and then
Jerry
heard me
Springer
saying,
fucking
anyway.
turns his nose up.
So what do you think? So there's an out. There's an out to that. Just
Even a
like
fucking carnival barker
you're saying,
is
take it.
disgusted at your behavior.
Yeah, of course. You think it's? I mean, fighting it is going to be. You're going to be a wreck for your son for 16 years, and you'll be that much broker and that much more.
I mean, let's face it. Fighting nothing is going to be probably a wreck for the next 16 years.
Stressed out and fucked over and fucked up.
Yeah, you're going to make his
Just
life
a horrible
a
way
nightmare
to-
for 16 years. Let's see how
Horrible
well
way
that
for a
works
kid
out.
to
Well,
learn
you know,
about
that's-
his dad, I think.
Piece of shit.
that is actually my natural. I don't know. I want to.
That's good advice, right? Best interest of the kid. Solid advice.
think that way, but then I hear like, man, it's just complete capitulation.
How is it complete capitulation when I'm offering to drop everything on my side? Subsequently, the other
That's
party
extortion.
involved is offering to drop everything on her side. There's a big
Oh,
contempt.
Faith is going to drop
Coming.
everything on her side too.
I'm
That sounds like
big
even
brain
more
and I'm smart and I
extortion
know
from the
English
mother of the
good, but
child.
What is for our retards like?
I'm sure the judge is going to want to know about that.
What does that word mean?
Capitulation?
Yeah.
Basically,
Means
that he's
to surrender.
Well, anybody is a
surrendering,
better
surrendering.
anybody is a
That he's
better
giving a
person
complete
than
surrender. A
Vickers,
complete
who
surrender would
literally
be,
grifts off
give
his
us
own
what we
daughter's
want,
sex
you get
tape.
nothing. That's what a complete
Grifts and
capitulation
is
is.
desperate
This is
for
the
eat clout
opposite
off
of a
his
complete
own daughter's
capitulation.
fucking sex
This
tape.
is
Because he's getting everything technically.
And child custody.
getting
battle.
He's
everything.
getting 150,000 plus
Despicable.
yeah,
Release
yeah. And
Fucking
zero
despicable.
possibility that he'll go to jail if he can't pay child support. Zero possibility that he'll go to jail next time he violate, or if any of the other contempt stuff goes through. Zero possibility that he'll have to pay $8,100 plus in legal fees, which I'm not.
He's not
dropping
paying
that here,
anything,
'cause none of this is
Vickers.
going to get settled in time. But what I am
Okay.
like my
And
offer
I
is
guarantee
I will
you,
agree to settle
when
to
you go
zero
bankrupt,
to
which
clear
is
the
going to
debt.
be soon,
Right?
Ralph's only
That's
got to
an
wait
easy-
this out a
that's
few
like,
more
that's like
years.
settlement
When Vickers
101.
completely
Anybody can drop
cleans
that
out
form.
his
Obviously,
bank
my
account
attorney will draw up that form,
and his
but
family's
that's-
starving
that's
on the
part of that.
street,
That's
I guarantee you,
that's
Faith
something
is
that,
no
that
longer
wasn't
going
in
to
my
be
original offer
interested
that he requested.
in
and I
pursuing
said,
any of this
fucking
bullshit.
Fine.
because everybody's
I
got
will
better
try
shit
to
to
collect
do.
on anything that I get for the attorney's fees for the last contempt case that I won, where it says that you had absolutely
won.
no remorse.
Real quick, how many
Yes.
more hours till the deadline's over? Because I want to say something to Ralph real quick, if possible.
That's what. Yeah, actually, I got to take a Vickers myself. So we have 2 hours and about 10 minutes, but 2 hours 15
Okay,
minutes
Ralph,
or so.
Ralph,
So I'll be right
I
back.
know
You
you're
talk.
listening. Still listen up.
Oh, great.
Okay. This is real
The
simple,
fag
Ralph,
fucking
because you can't win,
co-host, the
right?
fag anime
even if you
fucking
do pay custody, and you
VTuber
do
avatar co-host
visitation,
has shit to say. Sorry. You don't have anything to say. You brought up O&A board. I'll let you know if any shenanigans are afoot. The O&A boards, Josh has a fatwa against the O&A boards because he feels like they're stealing Kiwi Farms users. That's the only thing I know about the O&A board. Because Josh thinks that he owns every cow on the internet with his
he
website.
will be a racer, 100%. It
And
is
they
in
don't suck
destiny.
his
It
dick.
is ingrained.
They think he's a huge
so you
spur
may as well
and retard. Which
just
is true.
Save
Which is
the
fact.
money, save the time, and let him fulfill his future destiny as becoming Yokohama.
Save the cheerleaders, save the world.
Save the cheerleaders, save the
Oh,
world.
wow. What a hot take.
Buy
I
your own
mean, yeah.
copies of Racing Lagoon, Ralph. Take all that
Fucking
money and buy
ice
your own
cold
Racing Lagoon.
neat take. And this man, this 50-year-old
not
man,
wrong,
this
though.
50-year-old
Like,
man
real-
with 5 children has surrounded himself with a literal stalker of women, a literal fucking stalker, and a guy in a wheelchair, and this anime avatar who's a neat who plays video games all day, and has introduced them into his household because
He
they
gets,
will A-log Ralph.
What is it? He
because
gets
they're
2
so desperate
hours
for clout.
per day, 2 days a month right
Yeah,
now.
it's 4 hours a month.
He gets
Once
4
he starts
hours a
playing
month.
Racing Lagoon, he's going to go 4 hours a day easy. He's going to have to take the controller away.
So yeah, every year Xander basically, him and Xander would have a basic, not very long video game worth of fucking time together.
Yeah. And it wouldn't be as
I
good
wonder
as Racing
why
Lagoon.
that is.
Yeah, it's 20
I mean, it
hours
might.
basically
It couldn't
a year.
be because
2 days of time.
your entire family
Could be
is
Metal Gear
psychos.
Solid 3 Snake Eater.
And Ralph doesn't
That's
actually
a
want
good
to
time.
expose his
Two is
child
better.
to
Two
the
is
level
better.
of
No, what the
psychosis
fuck?
that's going
No,
on in that
Snake
house.
Eater's the best. Are you
No.
fucking
Turns your
dumb?
daughter into a
Oh my
BPD
God,
fucking
Snake
whore
Eater is
who
Kojima
accuses
having
everybody of
fun
raping
and
her
being,
online.
doing what he wants.
Okay.
How the fuck can you say
Well,
Sons of Liberty
literally
with its
plasters her Twitter with fake
post-avant-garde
rape
fucking new
allegations.
millennium perspective on
You're a great
information
father,
control
Vickers.
and meme culture
Look,
possibly
I'm
be
gonna
better
stop
than
you
the
right
James
there.
Bond adventure?
Sons
I'm gonna
of
stop you
Liberty
right there.
it's incredible.
The reason he likes Sons of Liberty is because it has one thing
Emma?
Vickers is back.
that Snake Eater does not.
Emma Emmerich?
No,
Oh, shut the
naked
fuck
guy.
up.
Oh.
Slobbering
true.
fat
I
stalker.
forgot about it.
Well, I can't
Can
argue
I-
that's
That's that homo
more
sex.
anymore.
Sneak away to take a piss without descending into a video game. Oh God!
Vickers thinks his life
Hail-
is a
My
video
point
game.
was, Mr. V, is that
I don't
it
need.
is
Nobody needs to
completely
hear
Father
it.
of
possible and
five, yeah.
viable that Xander can have more of a positive impact on his life and a more fun time
Let
playing
Vickers
fucking
sue
Racing
me,
Lagoon
Brian.
than
Let
Ralph will ever be
him
able to be
sue
able
me.
to make a
He'll be
positive
bankrupt
effect on
even
his life
fucking
with the amount
faster.
of time he can have.
I will
if he
laugh at
stays
him
paying
when he's
and
shaking the
visiting.
fucking
Yeah,
cup on
and
the
even if he
street.
visits full time, let alone 22.5% of the time.
You
which
know
is-
this
he's
fat
gonna-
hog of a
by
wife
his
isn't going to stay
own
with him.
choice. Yes, he's made, but that means 77.5% he's missed by his own choice. And the
I'm
thing
going to love
is
the Vickers white trash
that-
divorce arc
and-
when
and-
you're
and-
fucking
and I don't know if
broke
Ralph's
in the
listening to this or
streets.
He's going to listen, but the difference between Ralph on his show and Ralph in reality is Ralph knows when he's telling a lie. He knows when he's painting a picture for his audience to make me look a certain way. I don't give a shit as long as it doesn't like
Nobody
cross
needs
the
to
line
make you
on,
look a certain
any
way,
orders
Vickers.
or just
You
outright
look
breaks
like
the
a
law with
fucking
defamation.
piece of trash
I don't
because you
care.
are a
I
piece
don't
of
care if
trash.
his fans think I'm a psycho. They're
It's
never going to think
self-evident.
I'm not a psycho.
There's
'cause
some
they're
things
his
in life
fans,
that are just
who
self-evident.
we've already
Vickers.
discussed are retarded. But see, Ralph, I know that he knows when he's full of shit, and that makes a huge difference because that's when he has to start considering reality. Because we both know there was nothing actually done to stop him from visits. That's just the fucking narrative. That's the narrative painted to look good to the pay pigs. It's impossible legally.
You're literally
for me, as
leaking.
Perspicacity points
This
out.
guy is literally fucking
And
going
even
through
for
Faith's
to say you
custody
can't make a trip. The only thing
conversations
Faith
with
does,
Ralph
or could do
and
is say,
giving it
I'm
out
not
to
available
people,
on that
which is
weekend, let's
also
set up another
illegal.
weekend, and she's been perfectly accommodating to all that shit. She's had to tell him,
Yeah, personally accommodating.
with one specific pair of dates, like in May, I'm not available that day. She had to tell him 4 times because he was so fucking drugged out of his mind by his own admission that he kept forgetting that those dates were unavailable. And that was when it was sober spring. So it's like, yeah, it gets frustrating, I'm
Jesus
sure, for
Christ.
Faith to have to say, no, just scroll the fuck up and you'll see those dates are unavailable. Anyway,
I mean, the chickens
moving
are
on.
going to come home
Let's
to
get through
roost
Dick here.
either way
Yeah.
with this
Let's
child.
get through Dick.
And it just
Go ahead,
makes me
Super
sad
Chat.
that they have to
Rookman
destroy
said
the life of this
$3
child
at some point
for
it
some
might be in
fucking
your son's
ridiculous
interest to end it.
vendetta.
If they just want to fight forever, he doesn't really benefit.
I don't want to fight forever.
It's just
Nobody
disgusting.
does. But this hasn't been
Rodimus,
that
check your
long.
mic. Wind's blowing into it.
But it hasn't been that
How's that?
long.
They
or
can't let
yeah,
this
that's better,
child
I think.
have a
But it
peaceful
hasn't been that
visit with
long
his father
for me
for
or
2
that much
hours.
work, frankly. So whatever.
There isn't much justice
Yeah.
for fathers in this country.
What do you? There is if they do the right thing.
There is
Think
no,
about that.
there's no
Why is
justice.
Because you
Ralph
talk
a
about it
father?
often. By the way, where the fuck did my camera just completely disappear? Hold on. Okay.
When
Thought
you
he was
have
a
to deal with
professional.
litigious
Totally
fat
is.
piece of
Totally
shit like
sober.
this.
Where did,
Gator.
Where the
Gator.
fuck? Yeah. Did my camera just disappear?
Infectious.
That's not what he sounds like when he's fucking sober. He can only claim. How many days in a row can he claim, I just flew across and woke up early and drove from Cancun to Merida? That only works once, right? That excuse worked on the day that
you'll
you did
notice
it.
when he's on substances, the tech issues start to pop up again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot more. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're
it's
gonna
'cause I turned
watch
on
you
Telegram.
be sloppy
I was like, what the
drool
fuck?
on
My
yourself
camera.
drunk
See, a lot of times
with
when
your
I'm
fat,
doing the
hog,
stream,
drunken wife.
I'm actually just watching
five
off air
young
and
children in the house.
you know what I mean, listening
Well,
off
4 young
air
children in the
and not figuring out what's
Four
going on. So
minors.
let's see. Go ahead.
You're fat.
Anonymous sent $5. You can't let that faggot win.
Well, you know what? It takes $20,000 a year.
Send $10, unsolicited is that he can be trusted. Making deals with no good faith or mutual trust is risky. A sense will likely flip-flop if you accept. Won't be as clean a break as they make it sound.
Well, you know, and by the way, I'm turning this slide on.
Yeah, and so this is where Ralph starts talking about things he thinks he can't talk about.
Until I dropped it.
You know, normal people have affection
It's a
for
whole
their
different
children
type of tech issue.
and don't spread their sex tape and don't try to
Totally
ruin their
sober.
grandchild's
Totally.
life
But
on some kind of bizarre vendetta.
You know, it would be.
That's the other thing. Ralph knows he's not sober. Again, he's going to say whatever he wants to his audience.
You're
But
not
he knows he's
sober
not
either.
sober. I know he's not sober, and he knows I know he's not
And God
fucking
knows.
sober. Yeah. God knows,
I mean,
but he
you can
doesn't
tell-
care.
I mean, this
Take
fat
out
fuck
slows
isn't
down.
sober either.
Lemmy Killmeister knows everything, can confirm.
Yeah, and when I'm saying sober, I'm not
Take
talking
another
about alcohol.
fucking
even though
drink,
he strangely
fat
has
ass.
refused to take a breathalyzer test for I don't know how many shows now.
Get some
pretty
liquid courage in you.
substantial-
It's in my
I don't-
truck. I
What-
can't get it.
Like, that's a small price to pay to own the A-logs, I would think.
That's a
you
small
know?
price to pay.
Want to get into details because that's not appropriate, but it would cover basically the whole period.
He admitted he did a bunch of rum right
Okay,
before
so what
the
he's
stream.
talking about now is a mutual indemnity clause or a
I can't call him.
refusal of right to
Oh, trust me,
seek
I would light this
remedy
motherfucker up in 2
on
seconds.
any matters from any previous date. He's talking about covering a date from whatever to whenever, and really the way that it's written, because I've had in
I mean,
the
I
the
want
only
to
other
ignore this fat
lawsuit I've
fuck,
been in,
but
I've
I
had one
can't
of these
because it's
stipulated
so
in a
greasy and
mediation
disgusting.
agreement where it is for anything from this date.
And people
and
need to
prior
know how
going back
greasy and
forever,
disgusting it is.
right? Going back to the totality of our lives, we agree.
In perpetuity.
Yes, we agree. Not in perpetuity. That's in the future. So this is
Oh, true.
in
Well,
reversity.
right, like
I don't know
2
how it's
years
done,
ago,
but
you
it's
could
in
maybe
the-
be
from
sympathetic.
now
Like
until forever
back in 3
But not
years
going
ago
forward,
now,
but
it
from
would
now
be
until
3
forever
years
back,
ago now. You
we
could
include
you
to
might be
not
able to over
sue
3 years
each
ago.
other
You might
or
be
file
sympathetic
restraining
with
orders or
Vickers
whatever
because you
for
know it's
anything
tough.
known or
But
unknown,
now
right?
it's just
This
insane.
means
It's just
if,
so
say,
obvious
SO
this guy
Shaggy
wants
turns
to be an
rogue
internet
and starts
presence. He
coming to
wants to
Vickers
be
with
like
all
a
these
celebrity.
private logs and everything else,
And
which,
he
let's
will
face
fucking
it,
throw
has a
everybody
tendency to
under the
happen
bus, do
several
anything
times in
to
the
get
last
there.
3 years. It means I'm giving up my right to do anything about that shit. Tell me that's not a gimme.
Oh please.
Tell
Yeah.
me that's not a here you go, right?
Such a
Yeah, that's
lying,
just gravy on top of
disingenuous
everything
fat
he's getting.
fuck.
Right. And again, one of the first parts of the offer, by the way. And that is something when those get written out,
Let's see,
it's
chat.
also
We'll do a
written
poll.
out that the
Do you
the
believe
settlement
Vickers won't talk about
agreement, in my case, again, it was a mediation agreement, but in a settlement agreement,
if
if
he
it's written
agrees.
like that, it falls under California Code something. I'm not going to look it up, but that it
69,
is
69.
California Evidence Code or Code Rules of Evidence that the agreement itself can be used and cannot be refused to be used by either party as evidence to enforce something that falls outside of the settlement. So in other words, if I tried to so let's again say
Let's see. I gotta
SO
look for
Shaggy
the
turns rogue and
picture
says,
of-
Matt, I got all Vickers, I got all this,
Yeah,
or
Shaggy
coin talk,
turns
whatever he
rogue.
wants to call me, swinger extraordinaire. I got all this shit on Ralph. It's gonna make your day, Vickers, and you're gonna be able to do XYZ. And I go, ooh, I'm hungry for some pain, and I take it to the court and I file a lawsuit based on that shit that happened.
You mean like
before
what you did with
the date that the
what you
settlement
did
was
with
signed?
fucking
I would not be able to. use it because
Gator,
Ralph would be able to go to court,
and the judge
present
said,
the
"No, I'm
settlement
not
with
having
evidence,
this fat, smelly
and the
retard
court
in
would
my
say, You
courtroom."
agreed not to fucking sue him for all things known and unknown. Just
You already
'cause it's
tried
known
to
now
do
doesn't
that,
mean it was unknown
Vickers.
then. Blah blah blah. Common type of clause to go into settlement agreements, right? Yeah. I'm
Vickers
throwing that
already
in there.
tried
Ralph has
to do
sign it
this.
Too, obviously. Not that I've done anything.
He
that he'd ever be
subpoenaed
able to do,
multiple
but
people
fuck it,
and was
you know,
gonna
may as
have
well be in
Gator
there.
appear.
But the point is, yeah.
And the judge
from
said,
now
"No, I'm
until
not
then,
having
it
this
is a
fat,
literal
smelly
clean
loser."
slate clause. I don't know what more I can offer, but I'm certainly not going to offer fucking cash because then it does become a problem with extortion, and he shouldn't request it because it's going to be the same thing. And I'm certainly not going to delete my Twitter account or stop doing my show. my show, by the way, will learn perspicacity. Like if Ralph gives me no content, then I don't have any Ralph content. I'm still gonna chat with my buddies and fuck
Still
you if you
gonna
don't
chat
like
with
it,
my buddies.
because it's well within
We'll do
my
more
rights.
Buffy and Racing Lagoon shows, damn you.
Fuck it, yeah, we'll lose viewers, but as we've all seen,
A
it's not about
stalker
the viewers.
and two
it's just
anime
about
fucking
what my
avatars.
hobbies are. So, but it'll be so
Hobbies.
funny. Honestly, when we get to perspicacity,
50-year-old man with 5 children.
Moving on, but that's what he's talking about. Right? He doesn't think he can talk about it. I obviously can, because it's fucking my idea on my side. And the only thing I can offer is shit from my side. Anything that's offered from Faith's side is obviously because that's what she wants too. Otherwise, what the fuck can I offer? That comes in handy later.
Of this last 3 or 4 years.
You can't offer anything.
No, it wouldn't cover anything.
The fucking
Literally
delusional.
3 years, like today, or like in a couple days. It's literally been 3 years at least since Faith's taken off, and she's been back for just shy of that by 4 months.
In the future.
Correct. It does not stop anything in the future. No one can really sign off on anything in the future, if I'm not mistaken, because you just allow people to do whatever they want to you. So no, everybody has to be a good
sign
boy
off with anything
after
from
this,
the future.
right? It's a clean slate. It means it starts fresh, and it means we can't fuck
This
with each
makes a
other
lot
for
of
things in
sense,
the past,
chat.
but moving forward.
Okay, so this makes a lot of sense. Nobody can sign off on anything from the future. So when I say I'm not going to file all of these frivolous
Does that make
lawsuits
sense to
against you
everybody here?
in the future, I can't be held to that
absolutely.
because I'm
Yeah.
not saying
Good,
anything
perfect.
in the
Not
future.
real hard to get.
But I really
This
wouldn't
fucking
expect to
huckster
have
piece of shit.
too much more to say in the future.
Literal fucking pawn shop
Great,
owner.
then you have nothing to fucking worry about.
If that happens. So,
Is that what you tell people when you
yeah,
scam
I
them
don't
out
know.
of money when you buy their silver
thoughts
and
on
gold
that. By the way,
coins,
I'm trying
Vicker?
to
I'll let this play for a second while I just check with Mrs. V.
pull this up here.
Your literal fucking pawn shop when somebody brings in like 24
oh yeah,
karat gold jewelry and you fucking
the
gouge
item.
them. Is that what you tell them?
Marvel in the ladies' mind as I say, "Are you okay?" And she looks miserable and she goes, "Yeah, I just don't feel good." But then you're not okay. But I'm assuming it means there's nothing I can do to help.
I gotta get something.
Oh yeah.
I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, guys selling half price charity comics.
Okay,
And then giving-
so I think right now we got to skip to minute 17.
Just like this endless stream of
No,
silly
and they
shit.
do it together. Like,
oh shit.
It's hard to figure out if you want to fight it when at least part of you just doesn't want to lose, right?
And that's really important. That's actually the smartest thing one of the smartest things Dick said in this. It's really hard not to fight it when you just don't want to lose. If that's the only reason you're fighting, because it's not a loss, right? There is something
not a
being
loss.
given. That doesn't have to be given or offered or
That
anything
doesn't
else.
have to be
But there is
given or
something.
Sounds like
and-
you're fucking desperate. You fat piece of
Rodimus,
shit.
your camera's
You've
on, so I'm
emptied
turning
the
it off.
coffers. You got
Um,
nothing.
It
You're
shouldn't have
filing
shown up
pro
on,
se.
on stream though, but you're welcome.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Brian, I can't be looking.
Okay, so
I don't know where it is.
moving
right
on.
A true Ralph O'Malley sent $3. Jesse Lee Peterson would not call you a beta. He always encourages men in your situation to walk away.
well, because what else can you do?
Amazing. Did I get that right? Is that the right reference, you guys?
Amazing.
Okay.
Amazing.
Nick, are you right, man? Are you motherfuckers
Well,
actually
low
gonna?
tax? You want to end up like low tax?
No!
He fought everything every step
Let
of the
this
way, and
play.
he's fucking dead. So that's what could happen. That's that low tax
Wow.
that goes to Christmas fucking future.
Low tax, you know.
You can fight these
Low tax
cunts
was
in
also
court.
doing
Cunts that
porn
are
with
empowered
trannies
by
and stuff
their
in his living room.
fucking crazy narcissist BPD dads who have a weird,
Many
unhealthy-
such cases, Dick.
many such cases
That's a shout out to me and Harry.
of this, and you'll end up dead because
Don't
the girl
put
fucks you
yourself
over in
in with
court and the
Harry,
guy
you
fucks
piece
you
of
over in
shit.
court.
Double
You don't
fucking.
give a fuck
Like
about
it's just like
anybody.
this endless stream.
Which we wouldn't be able to do
trying to line himself with
if they
Harry.
didn't give us a reason. I mean, how fucking more simple do you get it?
No, and they do it together. Like
Harry
it's
takes some pictures
No.
and does
Like
some
a
tweets.
tag team fucking wrestling
He doesn't
team.
put his
I love
fucking
that
daughter's
it's-
sex tape out
like
there
he's getting
and grift off of it.
flustered. Like he's
For
so
e-clout.
upset by it.
And he's
Well, and
making
it's like,
fucking
to
YouTube
do
shows
it together.
with
Like,
loser
what's funny is
stalkers
he's like, they do
and
it
anime
together, and they're
avatars.
like,
No people
Harry
in
actually has some
particular,
fucking
of
dignity.
course.
No people in particular.
But they weren't.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Mr. Inside and it's Mr. Outside.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Harry isn't trying
And
to get on
so they
Dr.
get
Phil
away with it.
and Springer.
One
Go
of
ahead.
you's fucking him on the inside. One of you's fucking him on the outside.
Is that how it goes?
Because of that.
Oops, and $5. Why do you think he is offering you this deal? Why make it public? Smells fishy.
The only part I made public before Ralph came out and talked way more publicly about it is because the only way I had to communicate anything that
The only
he would
way
see,
I
because
had,
I know
the
that he
only option I
watches my
had
fucking
was to show my daughter's sex tape to
protected
anybody
Twitter
who was gonna
account.
listen
That's all.
and scream
And
into the
I didn't even
void.
reference him.
Make websites.
Right? His name's
and
not even on there. He
Twitter
assumed it
accounts
was about
with
him.
all my daughter's
and
personal
move forward.
information
But whatever.
that I put out
It
there
wasn't
to
contact. It
humiliate
was
her.
like boom, bulletin.
Until she came home, and then I was
See
just
how it-
humiliating
I could have
Ralph.
gone and hung flyers up in the
Because I'm an
corkboard at
embarrassment of
the
a father.
store at the corner of the Merida Street that he lives on. But I just didn't have the fucking time. This is a 48-hour deadline, people.
Plays out.
Well, you
right
know.
after that, getting served at the visitation center bullshit.
But yeah, he said he was going to. Well, this is public record. He said he was going to serve me at the intervention, or not the intervention.
Talk about
Little
this.
phrase that word in his lexicon.
I will.
Fucking Freudian
I will.
slip.
Yeah. That. Oh, was that the intervention? Yeah, that's right.
Think he is offering you this deal? Why make it public? Smells fishy. We'll see how it plays out.
Well, you
right
know.
after that,
91% of the audience says no. Vickers will never stop.
Come
I
on.
agree.
What are you doing, video?
getting served at the visitation center bullshit.
But yeah, he said he was going to. Well, this is public record. He said he was going to serve me at the intervention, or not the intervention. I've already had one of those personally, but he said he was going to serve me at the.
You know he's 100
Ariana
pounds
never got to hear
heavier.
that
You know
clip.
he's at least
He
100
says,
pounds
he's talking
heavier
about
than this picture.
He said he was going to serve me
Physiognomy
at the,
check
at the,
on anus and
at the
Vickers.
intervention.
They look like they're brothers, don't they? They look related.
Oh, that's
White trash.
Ari by 5 days. The comedy of that line, that Freudian slip.
Maybe they are related.
She just ate a fucking. She just ate a fucking steak.
I caught that real quick.
Yeah.
For all we know, Vickers is
Visitation.
stalking Margaret.
And then, you know, with that.
I'll talk about this in more detail.
I wonder if
when
that's why he missed
perspicacity
that
brings
first
it
day.
up.
Perspicacity person.
Could he have had an intervention and it went long? Maybe Dick Masterson gave him a fucking intervention.
Well,
I doubt it, but you know.
As far as I
Well, I
knew,
think
like
Dick
he
did give him an intervention when May left.
Blow his
as far as I
fucking
know, like he
fat head
flew
up.
into Sacramento like the
Look
day
at- look
of
at him
the
turning red.
visitation. So I'm sure that poor planning choice had something to do with it.
Too much.
Look at
They
him
told
turn
me
red,
directly that
like
would
the
not
fat,
happen.
worthless fuck he is.
And
Taking
talk
another
about that.
drink,
I mean,
Vickers.
this is not raising a kid. Like,
Gonna
this
run
is
off
being
cameras,
estranged
take
from a
another
kid
drink,
by
Vickers. You need
a
some
group
liquid
of
courage.
kidnapping psychopaths.
Fat
I
fuck.
mean, I disagree with that last part, but he can have it.
Oh, whatever you think you want to fight for, you're not going to get it. You'll
Yeah.
never be able to raise your son the way you should be able
well,
to
plus
in this
it's
situation.
like, dude, do you think he's not gonna?
There you go.
Wrenches fighting each other.
And that's no matter what. I mean, it's just for so many other reasons that don't even involve Ralph's level
don't
of
have any
degeneracy, law breaking, or anything else. That this type of situation doesn't work with things the way Ralph has set them up to be. It just doesn't. Like, you're never gonna be that equal co-parent with the victim of your sex abuse crime for which you've been convicted. And even if you
Sex
were,
abuse
you
crime.
live in Mexico.
Your
and even
daughter
if
said
moved,
you
then we're back to the
raped
whole
her.
sex abuse victim thing.
Be curious,
Fucking
Vickers.
phenomenal. Dick gets it.
That lawsuit's
He's
coming,
not going to
Ralph.
word it the same way I would,
You
but he
just
gets
don't
it.
Find
even know
out
it. Wait till
ever
that
like
money
what
dries
do you
up.
even? I don't know, man. It's mind-boggling to me, dude. Like,
I don't
of
think
course
JJ's
he's
gonna
gonna
be too
know.
happy with
It's the
you.
fucking internet. It's only gonna get more interconnected. Like, I don't know.
And that's fine. Everybody over here is willing to take that chance. When Xander is a grown-ass man, if he decides, like, I'm going to go seek out
Of course
Ethan
he
Ralph.
is. Of course he's gonna
Nothing
want to
anybody
see
can do
his
to stop
father,
him. He's
you
a grown-ass
delusional,
man,
drunken
right?
Fat fuck.
But here's the thing. When you're raised
You're
in a
getting drunker
family
and drunker
with,
and drunker,
you know, I'm
aren't
sure
you,
he's going to
Vickers?
have little brothers and sisters.
Look
maybe.
at him. Look how red he is.
He's
starting
certainly
to slur
going to
his
have
words.
Isaiah's family.
I know what
and
you're
multiple
up to.
cousins. We are talking Mexicans. I love them to death. They got a big family. And Isaiah doesn't have any other kids, just so we're all clear.
Isaiah doesn't have any
and
other
then you
kids.
got my side of the family, where I mean, he was raised to the age of 2 or 3, depending
This
on when
fat
everything
fuck
goes through
doesn't
here.
want to be involved with your white trash
with 4
family.
uncles around him.
The only reason he's
some
still
bigger,
around is
some
because I
smaller.
know you're fucking blackmailing this fuck.
There's kind of a classic saying.
There's
in
no
large
difference
families,
between
and
him and
particularly
Chris
ours,
Kerr.
that,
They're the
when
exact same
someone's young and
age.
inexperienced, like
Your
where
daughter
one
has
Vickers
claimed he
goes,
forcibly
one is
finger
usually
banged
following,
her at Disney World.
because they don't typically just go out alone.
He doesn't want to
into
adopt
something
this
that's
child.
unknown and
It's not
dangerous.
his
There's
child.
Usually, a friend or a family
All
member close to
ridiculous.
their own age with them. And my youngest son is 6, Xander's 2. They're 4 years apart. You don't think little Uncle Thaddeus, who won't be so little.
Yeah, you don't
anybody
think
who's seen my
your
kids see that
children are
once they
going to
hit
think
about
you're
14,
complete
15,
embarrassing
they
white
start getting
trash?
just Vickers sized, right? It's a scary prospect in a couple of years here when they're
I
when
mean,
they're all
he
that
is,
size.
he is Matthew Thorpe. You know he wants to
you
fuck
don't
his
think
own
if
daughter.
Xander is like,
This is what it's
I'll
all
go meet
about.
this Ethan Ralph character because for some reason I accidentally. Where the fuck did Akiba go?
I gotta take care of something. I'll be right back.
I didn't know your little dude would just wander off screen.
Oh yeah, no, I just grabbed the mouse and.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
That's hilarious.
If
That's
he's
really
been
funny.
doing that this whole time, I've never noticed it. Anyway, so
No,
it's
that's
not.
the first time I tried it out. New tech.
Oh, cool.
I
So
see
it's-
the seed, Vickers.
So it's-
Why don't you
That's
go
great.
visit
Night
the
when he fell
fucking
asleep and he
dentist
was
instead
in
of
the
spending
Avatar.
$1,000 on
That was
fucking
great.
lawyer's fees?
So
you
it's
fat
not
fuck.
so simple as
Your
just. I
teeth
mean,
are falling
Ralph
out
can
of your
believe what he
fucking
wants to
head.
believe. I'm just saying that it's
Your
not so
daughter's
simple
teeth are
as
fucking
I'm famous and he's
shit-stained
gonna want to come
brown.
see me
Maybe you
because I'm
should
gonna tell
pay
him
to
the
go to
truth.
the
But the problem
fucking
is, like, the
dentist,
truth
bro.
about you is also plastered all over the internet. And
You know,
lot
there's
of
a lot of
it's not
things
flattering.
that you could do with
So,
money besides
Again,
filing
it's a
vicious
nice talking point. It's
lawsuits.
a nice narrative to tell your audience that he's gonna find out everything they did because it's all on the record of how I
money
was
that
kept
you
from
fucking
him,
steal
except
from
for the
poor
actual
saps who
record
sell
will
you
show
stuff.
that nothing was done. That you chose to
At,
miss
like, bargain bin
77.5%
you
of
buy up
those
their
visits
gold
that
and
were
shit.
all in your control. Your own fucking lawyer
You
in
could
a
go to
hearing
the
was
dentist,
like, "You've been allowed to make visitations this whole time." I mean, I don't know how much more simple for that block of months that he missed, right? But that was all said and done. So even if you go, I misunderstood because I wanted my 3 pictures a day that I
Video is
can't share with
slightly
anyone
louder.
digitally, that
Okay.
what was the excuse?
I don't know. That keeps happening. They're
for
so
May and
fucking
June?
loud.
There wasn't any, right? Now, if it's just it was too expensive, fine. I get that. Made his child support payments. So that's fine. The obligations are being
Her
met.
pussy was
had no complaint.
loose.
I've not once had a complaint. Nor his
Yeah, because
face
she was getting
about the
fucked
child
by
support.
everybody
It's
on
never
the
been
school
complained
bus.
about because it's always been paid. Not always on the
Loose,
day, but close
sloppy
enough to the
pussy
fucking day.
at
So
18
who
years
cares?
old, it's a shame.
It's I know that we seem like assholes because it's
Can
on
you
my
imagine
Twitter
what's
bio,
like
no
now?
coddling convicted sex offenders. But it doesn't mean that we go for shit that's not real. It doesn't mean that we tell lies. The truth is more than enough to clear my conscience of anything. Here we go.
It is really bizarre. I don't know what else to say about it. I think you're right. No kids is the answer.
If Faith had any self-respect, she would never talk to her father.
I thought I was doing the right thing.
But he's paying.
Growing up, I always wanted kids, Dick. I was just...
Then you should have had them the right way.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Papal Groiper sent $5. The kids will always remember that it wasn't you who won't let them see their dad.
Well,
It's
yeah,
them.
he will remember that.
but I might be
Actually,
dead
Dick
by
is
then,
right.
nigga.
You just gotta walk away.
But you
Wow.
see, that's the narrative that's pumped into his fans' head. They don't know how or why, or they can't explain it. Ralph can't explain it because there's no way to explain it because it's not true.
Oh, Vickers
That
mentions
it's
me
Dick
nonstop
constantly,
in
just let
every
him see
private
his kid.
DM.
What do you mean?
Vickers announced that I was
What
the
else do
first
you want
person
us
he
to
thought
do?
about when he
The
lost the
visitations
last
were set up.
lawsuit.
They've been there defined
I was
the
the
same way
first.
since fucking
My
September.
face was firmly
Right?
planted in his mind.
No one over here
You have
can
no
stop
idea
the
how good
visitations
that
from
feels.
coming. And if
Great,
you
Vickers,
say,
I love it.
I'm not coming to a visitation because I don't want to get served with legal paper.
I
we'll
fucking
get
love
to the
it.
serving because we'll just fucking get to that in a
Because
second.
you know,
You
I
can't-
got your fucking number. You're a
You
huge
can't
piece
say,
of shit.
well, I didn't want to be served with legal papers, so I didn't come see my son. then don't do
Yeah,
something
imagine
that gives me
that.
the ability to serve
That's
you with legal
wild.
papers. And if they're bullshit,
Imagine, I don't want to
bogus,
be
whatever word you
harassed
want to
during the
because
visitation
dodging
with my
legal
child
service, I believe, is at least a misdemeanor.
It's not. It's
but
not.
the only way
His
you can
cat
prove
is
it
literally
is like
his
a
fat fucking
self-admission
daughter,
of guilt.
Yeah,
his
it's actually
older,
not in
his
California.
minor
Look it up. You
son,
can
who's like
legally
15,
avoid service all you want.
and like
However,
two other
on the
fucking
opposite
bottom
side of
feeders like
that,
Pigfoot.
if you can show that somebody's avoiding service, you can put together what's called constructive service. I mean, of perpetually avoiding service is practically impossible for so many other reasons than just my history of serving him.
Is that Medicare Fembot?
All right.
Maya Chavez, PhD.
I'm going to let this play. Hang on
That
one
must be
second.
Medicare fucking Fembot.
God bless Ralph.
What the fuck? That's 18 years. Do I have 18 years left in me? I mean, let's be real. What the fuck?
You got 18 years
You know
left
what
in
I
you,
mean?
Ralph.
Yeah, they will. They'll
Come
look
on.
back on me fondly, but I'll be dead as a fucking doornail. Do you understand? Like, oh, wow, Dad sure really wanted to see us. Oh, let's go have our eggs Benedict. They don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure. I call in
what
very
the
shortly.
fuck? Like, they care, but it's like, oh, it's over. He's gone. Listen to me. This is the truest. Listen. This is the truest thing you'll ever hear me say on this show. When you're out of sight, you're out of mind. And when I went to jail, I was out of sight.
Coke
Nobody
sip,
give a
fat
fuck
ass.
about you in jail except your mama and my ex-wife,
slurring.
who's a cunt. And you know what?
Take another
She
drink.
did
His
do
mother,
her
not the wife.
wifely duties in jail, but who knows what else? You know, people live their life. It's like being on a foreign planet. That's all that fucking matters. And
You know what burns Vickers the worst? That he got to
I
fuck
don't
his
even
daughter
know
before
how that rant
Vickers
started,
did.
Dick.
That's what
Whatever.
burns
I think
his
you could live
fucking
for
ass.
longer than 18 years at this point.
Do
You
you
might
think?
have to make some changes, but yeah, I think you.
I don't think so.
You could have
I
another
think I'm
18
dead.
years in you.
No, I'm dead within I'm 10. No, 10. I think I have one
Ralph.
good decade left.
Ralph.
Maybe past 50. Maybe like 52.
Ralph, you got to stay strong,
okay.
brother. You got to
thinking
fight the good
52.
fight. The fight is righteous.
I mean, nigga, you're jacked. What the fuck you talking about? You're working out. and
no
shit.
one can
Like,
stand.
You could get on
In the way of righteousness.
HGH.
Yeah, I should. They're cheap.
Jacuzzi sent $3. The harder they try to push
Yes,
you away, the
that's
more your
his
son will
manatee
want to know
wife
who you
thing.
are/were. Focusing on your health and wealth is in your control.
If you missed
It's a way
it,
to
his
win.
manatee wife stapled her
Jacuzzi, do
fucking
you
stomach
think I should
shut
take it? Yes
because
or
she
no?
couldn't eat
Yeah.
anymore. Vickers
And they
can't
said they
fucking
were
feed her anymore,
they
so
were
she's
gonna
got to
talk
staple her
about it
fucking
on air
stomach
anyway,
shut,
so
you
it's
know,
like, I'm not
to stop
great.
eating so she could lose some fucking weight.
It's like, okay, you said you were going to talk about it on
Gonna be a
air. I
flying
want to see what
squirrel
my
soon.
fans think.
She wants to be the first flying one
Yeah.
with the fucking
And
flaps of fat.
Dick Masterson, God bless.
I don't think you could win this one. They got the ball.
He's right.
Well, you know, a certain Wang Lin offered me his
Ralph
free
needs somebody
speech
to
lawyer.
speak some fucking sense
This,
into
was,
him
this part was so
because
funny.
he's letting these people get in his head.
This isn't
bullshit.
a matter of free speech, right? That's already been already been determined by the courts that not every speech is free speech. And isn't Wang Lin a fucking lunatic? Every time
Yeah,
I've
aren't
heard
you
him
hanging
speak,
around with the
is that Andrew
lunatic
Anglin? Is the same
stalker,
guy?
Vickers?
Yeah,
Aren't you a
The guy
complete
that owes
scumbag
like $15
piece of
million
shit?
over Charlottesville. So I don't know if I'd want his free speech lawyer.
Yeah, it's weird because, and again, it's like so Ralph's just saying it. Why is he saying it as a flex? Because anybody with half a brain who's heard that guy speak knows that he's out of his fucking mind.
Yeah, that dude's lawyer hasn't won him a single case. So yeah, go for it. Ralph.
Pass. Hard
Jesus
pass.
Christ, yeah. No wonder he works for free. One day I'll win one and make it big. La 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 la.
But I don't know if that he's like 15 million in the hole. Fuck. Okay, you know what?
A sudden realization that that's a bad idea.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you got coming up on the Dick Show this weekend?
All right, so that's where Dick's part ends, and perspicacity, which is much more entertaining, comes up at
Here we go.
26:14.
Here we go. This fat toothless fuck.
6 here.
You got to unmute.
I thought
Man,
he
you
was
don't
Beardson at first.
Nope. I've never heard a gay Canadian with a lisp who's also retarded before. It's the first time I've actually heard perspicacity's voice, and I went, that explains a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's the
Ralphie,
first time.
can you hear me?
Ralphie.
It's the first time he's ever heard
Yeah.
my voice.
Sorry about
Yeah, I can.
I'm calling and saying, Ralphie, don't let these people break your spirit.
By the way, I want to
bro.
say this, that
I'll let
So
me.
Ralph
I'll
already
mute myself.
knows.
I'll let me.
He already knows that
speak for myself.
Perspicacity has fed him a bunch of shit information.
Bunch of shit.
Or Shaggy,
Fed him
or
any
Shaggy
information.
via Perspicacity or whatever. I can't prove that, but I'm just
Imagine
going to guess
thinking
it.
I'm talking
He
about
knows enough
talking to Ralph
lead
about
in with
legal
this
stuff
fucking
like Gator
disclaimer.
talks to
Start. The callers speak for themselves.
Fucking
I've said what
delusional.
I've said publicly, and because it's been a public offer, and so
Yes.
I don't feel like I'm speaking out of turn whatsoever. But callers and the words of the callers represent their own and not mine.
Probably because the words of that caller got you fucked over before, so let's just keep on going.
I just want to be
I'm
careful
not gonna
because,
name
man,
names here. I promise.
you
I
know
won't.
Again, no proof, just taking a shot in the dark here.
No
how it
names.
goes, dude. I just have
I don't
to
need
be
proof
that,
that you're a
way.
complete
So
scumbag, Vickers.
It is what it is. Go ahead.
Self-evident. Don't let these people
And trust
break
me,
your
I got
spirit,
a-
Ralph.
I got a
You
fucking
have the
load.
right to see your son.
Yup. And he's bounced off on 77.5% of those rights.
You have the right to be in that child.
Bounced out on 77.5% of those chances.
The person who is trying to intimidate
any of
you
your
has
business,
no rights
Vickers.
over this child. Like
Never claimed that I did.
zero. So you agree I'm
Yeah,
right?
he actually does. They're called grandparent rights.
No,
and,
there
if
are
you
no
knew anything about the
grandparent
fucking
rights.
law,
You
you would know
fucking
that.
retard.
Yeah, but
There
they
are
don't
no
supersede
grandparent rights.
parents' rights. Like, I can't sneak in and take...
No,
well,
but
under certain
him
circumstances.
saying that there's no rights, yeah, fuck
Well,
that. No.
he goes on and he brings up grandparents' rights in a second. So that's the only reason I'm not using it against him in that way yet.
Zero rights. As far as I know, there's no state in the union that respects grandparents' rights over it.
Well, also, there's been some coordination allegedly too, but I won't go.
Well, go into it, though, because the coordination, quote unquote, is between two parties who are both trying to give something so that one party can receive something. Understand. If Ralph,
somebody needs to give this guy a bat to the side of the fucking head.
The rights over
wake him
for the
the fuck
adoption
up.
for Isaiah.
In
that
Minecraft,
in the interim, while Faith and Isaiah are building their lives, then it's still eventually going to fall on me and Mrs. Vickers to make sure that everything is met and cared for so that this new good little family can get
It's
started.
all projection.
Right?
Vickers has
And
a
if that all fell
Margaret
apart,
McLennan
you're
stalker
gonna
giving
follow
him
me.
legal advice.
Anyway, the point is, what Perspicacity never brings up is he never brings up Faith. And and Ralph even
Never
tried,
brings up
without mentioning Faith's name, to be like, well, I mean, she's blah, blah, blah.
You're not
right?
allowed to
So,
make
but
blanket
marvel with
statements for your
Perspicacity
daughter, you
not
fucking
understanding
creep.
that Faith and I are two different people, right? Because he can't get out of his own narrative that he has no actual evidence.
No,
for.
you
He'll
are
say, "I
two
have
different
evidence," but
people.
He's never going to fucking show it because it doesn't.
That's the whole
Moving
point.
on.
Onto that. Go ahead.
And I think it's fucked up what they're doing. And I think you should stay righteous and let the courts handle it, because the courts, let the courts
That's
handle it.
been
Yeah,
what's happening. It's not working in his favor.
it is working in his
Perspicacity
favor.
kind of sounds like fucking flamenco. I just not noticed that.
if they don't look anything alike, so he's a different guy. But
The courts are not going
Like,
to tolerate your
listen to
bullshit
the
for
advice
much
he's
longer.
given
That's
him,
why this desperate
right?
gambit
Let
is
the
happening.
courts handle it. Dude, the courts have been handling
Ralph
it
is
this
just
whole
out of it.
fucking time, and the only thing I'm doing is bringing forth stuff that the courts will handle more. Statistically, everybody wants to point to where we fucked up with Faith's thing, and she didn't actually present any evidence. That failure has been corrected, right?
That failure
Now
has
we
been-
knows
oh,
better,
yeah, I'm sure it's
because the
gonna be
last one
corrected.
handily won, and not even over in the potential winning yet because them lawyer fees are coming up. But let's move on. Let's move on and listen to more of Perspicacity
lawyer
Genius.
fees are
Again,
coming up.
personally, I think Perspicacity, I agree with Rodimus, is just one of those agents of chaos, and he just wants to. He doesn't like me, and he doesn't actually like Ralph.
Yeah, I don't like
does
you.
Ralph forget that this guy
Trust
like
me,
A-locked
bro.
the shit
I
out of
do
him
not
for,
like
for
you.
years on Kiwi Farms, and then it's just like all of a sudden, oh, I'm gonna go on Ralph's show. It's weird,
Yeah,
right?
No, the last thing that him and Godwinson and King of Pole and all these losers want to happen is for all this to go away.
I'll listen to
And
this.
it's one less thing that they have to talk about.
I'll listen
One
to
less
this
thing
bullshit.
that they have to A-log. It's one less
I've
thing
never
that they
liked
have to
you,
laugh
Vickers.
at, and
Never.
He
And you
could care
fucking
less
know it.
about Ralph or you or
I take
Xander or
Ralph over
anything.
you
He
any
just
day.
He's in it for the lulz, and they all admit that.
That's what makes it even more sad that they're all so fucking retarded. Like, they're agents of chaos and they can't even fucking sow chaos properly.
Agent
That's
of
how
chaos.
fucking stupid they are.
I love it.
So here we go.
Let the courts handle it,
right. I
because
am
the
an
courts,
agent
if
of
you
chaos.
stay
I'm
calm,
gonna
Ralph,
rain
I promise
chaos
you,
down
if you
on
stay
your
calm
ass, you're fat,
and you
drunken
just,
fucking ass.
you know, Ralph, you've been put in the hospital. You've had people laugh at you when you were in the hospital and you were swinging, right? And people respected you for
Well,
that.
I wasn't swinging. That's a
You were
different-
swinging verbally.
Yeah.
On Twitter.
True. Yeah. I
were
just
doing
want to be
videos,
clear.
you were-
Perspicacity, we know, we know. Look, I don't want to get it
Skip Vickers is a swinger joke.
confused. I wasn't swinging, but anyway, go ahead.
It wasn't supposed to be a
Not that
sexual
kind of
reference.
swing. I
meant
mean,
swinging like
Yes,
you know,
this.
you were
yes.
fighting.
Yes.
You're a champion, Ralph. You never let
There's
anything
a
get you
certain
down.
kind
You
of
took a
swinging
picture
we would
right in that
prefer you
hospital
do.
bed and you said, "Fuck you," right?
No comment, genius anus, but pretty funny.
Then you got attacked on the
I
street.
want to see him on a swing set with Dick pushing him, and then it's like father
She's
son
too
day
fat for
out.
even the
Like, I want to
brothers.
see that.
They both be holding that ice cream with that exact same look on their faces.
Robert
Dick's
said
just like,
you
"Oh,
bad
why am I
person."
pushing this guy?" And I was like, "Yay!
Fuck, I forgot about that picture. That was a
Maybe.
great
I don't know.
picture.
I
My
like
best
Ralph.
friend."
To Lisbon. You said, "Fuck you," and
I've
that was
respected Ralph for
perpetrated,
this.
perhaps, by similar people that are an active party in this newest deal.
So here again is Perspicacity basically saying Vickers is the one who had Cog go beat you up in Portugal. Fuck. We've all seen the video of what happened. God damn it, man.
Literally,
Anyway,
you could read the Chutbud
possibly.
DMs and
I
see
got
that
no
Vickers
proof,
egged him
but,
on to do it.
This is Perspicacity.
And then paid
Never
money
has any
for the
proof,
shirt.
Just goes with the narrative. Now again,
He literally
if it's 'cause
paid
he's just
money
try- if he's just
for
'cause he's
Dan's
trying to
bloody
trick
shirt
Ralph
with Ralph's blood
into
on
doing
it.
something stupid, which I suspect, we'll see. But this is
The shirt
where it gets
is
interesting
framed in
is
your living
some of this
room,
stuff Ralph
Vickers.
already knows is not true. That's the interesting thing about lying liars who lie, like Perspicacity.
Yeah,
is
lying liars who lie.
because he doesn't exist anywhere or get information from anywhere other than the face of the internet.
You're
right?
not a liar.
Everybody has all these fucking DMs that were leaked from various places.
Yeah.
Nobody has anything that's like me to somebody else. I had Cog beat that fucker up. Yeah. It only has 10 gold coins to go into England.
No,
Nobody
it's
has
just,
that because it doesn't exist.
can I buy that
right?
shirt?
So I'm this mastermind of I think Ralph's words were bankrolling all
You
this
are
different
bankrolling
shit
Cog.
against him.
You give him
Where are the receipts?
thousands of dollars.
Right? Where are they?
This
They
fucker
don't
gives
exist.
Cog
There's a reason
thousands.
they don't
Imagine
exist.
giving Cog any money.
Anyway, here we go.
I wouldn't spit on
And
Cog.
now, I hate to see you down because there's no reason for you to be down. I think your fight is righteous. I think you will succeed. I think the judge and the officials that are involved with this are going to see what's going on.
Perspicacity keeps saying this. What you're counting on is for the judges to see what you think is going on, when what the judges are seeing is what's actually happening, right? Perspicacity's
He
version
hates that
of
I call
reality
him out on his complete bullshit.
isn't what comes into play in
He hates
court
it.
because as
Vickers
we're about
thinks
to
he's
find
so
out,
smart.
he just creates a lot of shit out of thin air.
Yeah, I create
right?
shit
He just
out of thin air.
makes it up, or he says the truth when it doesn't matter because it doesn't.
Yeah, he
apply
says
to
the truth when it
situation,
doesn't
as
matter.
We'll soon find out.
Okay.
And it's kind of
But because the advice is so bad, I'm sure.
Yeah, the advice
that
is
he's
real
just
bad.
trying to create more
Stay
misery
in your
for
son's
Ralph in
life.
the long run.
clear as day at this point. That's basically criminal extortion.
Here again, and this is where Ralph has to kind of back away.
It
Or
is
he- actually,
criminal
Ralph leans
extortion.
into this a little
It's
bit, like with the
fucking
criminal
extortion.
First of all,
loser.
How the fuck is it criminal extortion when I was not the one who made the suggestion? the offer.
You did make the suggestion.
What would it? I don't even know what it would take
it's
to disassociate.
on Twitter.
Didn't
It's
come from
archived.
me.
I've got the archive.
It came from the other party.
You posted
and I've said,
that, Vickers.
I'd be willing to do this, but here's my timeline on how long I'll be willing to do this, and after that, fuck off.
You're willing, right?
Because
he didn't, but he didn't
post
question
it. Has a history of dragging
refers
stuff
to
out.
it all in the
There's
first
nothing
person.
even remotely criminal about it. There's nothing extortious about it. I'm not asking
Look
him
at this pig
for
fucking
anything that
sweat.
benefits me.
It is extortion.
I'm only offering to give something.
Take
to
another coke. Turn off the camera.
him
Take another
giving
fucking
something
sip out of
to
that rum
somebody
bottle.
else.
You fat fuck.
It's the most.
You're looking
retarded
real
thing I've ever heard,
nervous.
but that's okay.
Turn
Let him
redder
say
and
it
redder.
because there's literally nothing anybody can do about it. I mean, what's Ralph going to do? His criminal extortion. Nobody'd ever be able to do anything about it because it's not real. If it were criminal extortion, he'd be able to have cops come into my house right now and pick me up.
No, that's not how it works, Vickers.
Cool. But they, come with a warrant and the whole 9 yards with an
It's a
actual peaceful
nonviolent
arrest warrant and say, well, Vickers, you've extorted. Time to come to the fucking pokey. And I'd be like, okay.
It's basically illegal to do a service at a neutral ground of a
absolutely 100% fucking
What
wrong.
his person said
There
10
was
years
nothing
younger.
illegal about that service. I can serve somebody
It is
anywhere
illegal.
at any time.
You
and it was never gonna
cannot
be
serve
inside the
somebody
visitation
at a
center. It was going to be
visitation
outside
center.
the visitation center. Now, while being perfectly legal,
It
doesn't
is
mean it was
illegal.
within the rules
Your
of the
son is
visitation
not
center.
a fucking
Okay?
neutral
I did
third
not know
party.
this.
It's not
Now,
a
does the
proper
visitation
Steven
center rules
service.
apply to me? Fucks no. I didn't sign anything with the visitation center. I never read the contract, which is why I didn't know.
Which is why you
It
can't
wasn't
serve
until
Ralph
went
there.
crying to the fucking visitation center,
This
and I'm
fucking
glad
coping
he did
fat
now,
piece of shit.
because the person who it would have affected
You're not that
negatively
smart,
is not me.
Vickers.
It's Faith. Faith.
Okay,
had
you're
the
a fucking
contract
huckster and you
where it
scam people out of
says
their money.
That
Okay,
family
as a
members shouldn't
business.
get involved.
That
Well, it
doesn't make
say
you
anything
smart.
necessarily about personal service.
It's just
like make
the people
contact,
that go
yada,
in there
yada,
are
yada.
retarded.
That includes even having the police go there. Would still get her in trouble because it's supposed to
It's
be a
just a
safe
pity no
space
one
for
cares,
Xander.
person.
That's
Well, that's true, bro.
inside is the safe space for Xander. They already understand how these visitations work. Ralph arrives first.
could just holler
right?
over each
a certain
other all
amount of
night.
time early. And he gets put into a little room where the convicted sex offender. No, I'm just kidding. Where the
After he finishes playing my audio, I'm gonna wrap up.
Where the other parent goes, right? And where the no contact parent goes, right? And he sits there, and then Faith comes and she drops off Xander. Faith
What are you
never
even
sees Ralph.
involved
Ralph never
for?
sees Faith.
Why is this fat
Faith then
fuck
leaves,
even
and
allowed
then
to
Xander
drive
is
her
either
to the
brought in- I don't know
visitation
exactly
center?
whether
This
Xander's
bitch can't
brought
drive
into a
her own
room or
car.
Ralph comes out of the room or whatever. The point is, Faith's not there, and they hang out for their 2 hours, and then he fucks off.
Yes, this is a snipe.
And then he runs and hides in the bushes.
He runs and hides in the bushes.
Vickers should
I
be
mean-
banned
no?
from being anywhere
Yeah, no, I'll talk
100
about
feet
it.
of that-
Since we didn't know, yeah, we were
a
going to
mile
serve him
of
actually
this visitation center.
on Sunday. I don't think he saw anybody because he clearly didn't understand what was going to happen until after
You're
that.
a little bitch,
But I'm
Vickers.
really glad
You
that
would
we missed
send
him.
your
But yeah, he was coming around the
15-year-old
corner and for some
son
reason
to
fucked
serve
off.
Ralph.
I wasn't there because I'm not
you're
allowed
a
to be
bitch.
within a certain amount of feet of him. But yeah, several people with cameras
pathetic
and
bitch.
paperwork were there. And we're going to serve him in the parking lot. Super glad that didn't happen because Faith doesn't have to get in trouble. Again,
Yeah,
I had no way
because
of
you
knowing.
know
I
it's
didn't sign
illegal
fucking
to
paperwork
do
with the
that.
visitation center 'cause
Why
as
would
per
she get in
Cassidy
trouble, Vickers?
So eagerly explains.
Why would she
I
get
don't
in
have any
trouble?
parental rights, so why the fuck would
Why
I
would
sign
she get in
anything with the
trouble?
visitation center? So I'm actually super glad that
I wish
that
I
didn't
could get
happen.
on this show so I could
that was
fucking press his
fortuitous.
fat
It
fuck.
was, yeah. So because Faith didn't get in trouble, there's a million different ways I can serve a motherfucker, as we've seen. Which is what's so fun. He's like, you can't serve on neutral ground. What is neutral ground? And
What
the
is
fact-
neutral ground?
Like Ralph bragging
visitation
about,
center.
I got all kinds of connects, and they'll never pin me down. I served this guy in the middle of the fucking Caesar's Forum Coliseum shops, or sorry, Caesar's Palace Forum
I pray
shops
for that kid.
at a
I
Fat
pray he's
Tuesday
not
at a
as fucked up
table
as his sister
using
is.
a guy I met in an elevator and talked to for 5 fucking minutes.
Fat Tuesday of all places.
Yeah, right? I'm not going to tell the story again because it's all over the place, right? If you want to go
Yeah.
hear the whole story,
You had to put out
it's
every
there.
fucking
It is a great
detail.
story, one of my favorite to tell. But the
'Cause
point
you're
remains the same.
desperate.
Easy. The next time I served him, when he was trying to avoid it, he's always this, don't try to avoid service. The first time I ever served him with something was at his house with a process server. The next time I tried, he didn't fucking answer the door every time the process server showed up. That by definition is avoiding service. That was the one that led to having to do the one in Vegas. And then several of Faith's after that, she was able to serve him really easy.
It's in the old Vickers thread.
Serve the fucking attorney. And they're, legally not allowed to avoid service at their attorney. It's one of the reasons Ralph drops attorneys whenever he can.
Ralph should just wear sunglasses and say he didn't even see it. They drop it on the ground.
And then, of course, the next time, you just can't serve, but can't just send people into private business. You know what? Gloucester's finest rolled in 3 deep to Ralphomania. Private place, private property, served. That was one of 6 times that he got served.
That was a massive
on camera.
Yeah, live.
You don't look like
moment.
a huge fucking
So let's
loser.
not pretend.
Squire is disgusted by this fat fuck. He wants something to do with it.
One in chat, if after I'm done with this little speech, you want to watch Cog's live reaction to Ralph getting served, because I have that somewhere, and it's like one of my favorite.
Cog, the guy that you pay.
Play. Anyway, but the point is that. Yeah, no, I don't know where he gets the false bravado.
Trust me,
and
he's going to move on real quick when the money dries up too, Vickers.
That he's just going to be able to avoid being served because it's literally not once ever happened. Here we go. Let's
The economy is shit. I'm sure your scam huckster business isn't making as much money as it was a few years ago. I'll tell you that much.
Here?
Nobody's coming in there and selling off their fucking family.
I give a fucker. All right, approximately. It's a short video, and I'm not going to pause it or anything because I don't have to worry about Cog getting his panties in a bunch about me playing his content. Why is it fucking? Why is this video? Why do I have to rotate the fucking video? It wasn't like that before.
They literally spend every week. Yeah, it's true. They spend every waking hour thinking, talking, and seething about Ralph. Every waking moment. When Ralph did Ralphomania, they were all in the fucking Vickers living room having a party.
So
gathered around the fucking framed bloody shirt.
Max, I'm still 30 minutes behind. Is this about Racing Lagoon?
Shit!
It can be if you want.
Oh my god. Chat is immediately sad that they asked me to play this clip.
Imagine paying Cog at all.
Doesn't even
I blame Akiba. Snivels 44.
I wouldn't spit on Cog. That would be gracious.
That has not stopped me yet.
We all do.
God has allowed me to live another day, and I intend to make it everybody's problem.
Wow. Oh, I see Ralph just tweeted something.
Dying ain't much of a living, boy.
So I can sign off on this bullshit.
All right, well, I'm not going to play that because for some reason it's loading at an angle. We can listen to it later, but let's finish.
It's loading at an angle. That makes a lot of sense.
Yes, the clock is down to 1 hour and 24 minutes. And by the way, if the deal is accepted, I'm not going to sit here and fucking gloat and act like a 2-year-old. I'm not going to walk down the streets in Nevada City with my blue hair laughing like the fucking Joker thinking that makes me cool. That's not what I'm going to do.
You'll just pretend to be a
No, and you know what? I'm going to ask everybody in as guests right now to not do that if it's accepted. If it's accepted,
that'd be real
move
cool.
Forward magnanimously as professionals because that's what we should be doing.
You know what? Honestly, I agree with that. I have looked forward to. Don't get me wrong.
Well, that's why the wife is fucking stapling her stomach shut.
Very, very honestly, but
because they can't afford to feed her fat ass anymore.
Honest to God, we can stop talking about this.
No, because there's so much other stuff that we like talking about.
Yeah, there's so much other stuff that people are interested in watching.
I've said it before 1,000 times. The reason I
watch
cover
the
this
viewers
shit
go down into the single
is because
digits.
I don't want people to get it fucking wrong. Right? That's why we read transcripts and do all that kind of stuff. And Ralph, every show is about me. Take away court transcripts from it. I got a lot less content, which is fine.
You have no content.
That's not
you
what
have
I care
nothing.
About, right? I just care about.
Honest to God, we have more fun with the shows where we're bullshitting about some dumb thing we picked as a subject for the week.
Yep.
Rather than.
Yeah, absolutely.
Other than like transcript palooza, yeah.
And that's only fun because we do the voices that people tend to
Ralph
hate.
should impregnate his fat bitch wife.
Sorry.
So Vickers can raise another one of Ralph's children.
Here we go.
Are you trying to beg leg me, you some bitch?
All right, here we go.
Of a visitation center, it's illegal, which he quickly
not illegal.
found out. And, you know.
I did quickly find that out.
But
you did.
Quickly find
It
that
is
out 'cause
illegal.
It's not fucking illegal. It's
It
just
is
against
illegal.
their-
Then why
being
would she
against
get
the
in
rules of a
trouble,
private
fat fuck?
organization and against the law are two completely fucking different things. So again, I'm glad it didn't happen, and I won't.
It
be
is
serving
illegal,
in there
and
'cause
it's
I'm
not a
looking to get
valid
face in trouble.
service.
For anybody who thinks I don't give a shit about my family and I'm just looking to get
You
my
don't
own
give a
comeuppance,
shit about your family.
frankly, it's more fun to serve them otherwise. Maybe I don't have to. We're gonna find out.
Imagine
there
sending
was
your
no,
teen son to serve Ralph.
No caveat there.
There was no caveat. And I don't think there'll be a caveat with anybody. I think he's on the ropes and he's trying to pull out every stop. True.
Where did
You
he
are
come up with
completely
that?
correct, sir.
Where did
Very
he come up with
strange
trying to
listening
pull
to
every
myself.
stop
I don't
by
like it.
giving away things that I already have? Why am I on the ropes? I am not defending myself against anything. How can I be on the
You're
ropes?
defending
if I'm the
yourself
only
right
one
now, fat
throwing
fuck.
punches?
Turn off the camera, take another
Fuck's
sip.
sake, perspicacity.
You
stupid.
drunk. To try to get you to concede. It's all bullshit. It's all crazy.
Look at Vickers' face.
Stay strong, Ralph.
He knows I'm right.
Everybody sees it for what it is. Even the fucking
This is my favorite part. Listen to this shit.
people who hate you see it for what it is. It's a desperate boomer who wants relevance and some kind of career. And
Yeah, look at his face. Look at his smile.
The relevance of career is separate
Look at
from
that
the...
smile.
Yeah, I know, right?
Rolled out. Look at that smile.
That's separate. Well, that's a whole separate thing than the first part, which is
that's a whole
everybody
separate
can
thing.
see it.
He doesn't
Everybody
even
can see
deny it.
Has anybody
He doesn't
who's
even
ever
deny
listened to me
it.
or knows anything about me think that I, for one fail fucking second, give two shits about what anybody online thinks about what I'm doing?
That's why you do an internet show and have a Twitter, Vickers,
that
and have a
aside,
blog.
the way that I do things, how I do them,
And
or
had a
what
blog
they think that I'm doing
putting
them for.
every
It
dirty
doesn't
secret
matter
your
to me
daughter
because
had
it doesn't
out
matter
for
to
public
the fucking
display
court.
because you don't care.
That's the only opinion that matters, and it's the opinion that perspicacity just glossed right over, like the judges will see it. But anyway, about all the people
Turn
who even
redder,
hate
you
you,
fat fuck.
they see what's happening. Who gives a shit what they see? They don't make a difference to anything. They're nobodies. Literal nobodies who can't effectuate change in reality.
You're a literal nobody.
At all, and it's probably one of the reasons that they're so fucking lonely. It's because they're just so busy trying to
lonely.
affect the real
I have
world
to hang around with
through a
Margaret McLennan
keyboard,
Stalker
but they're too dumb
and some
that they can't.
some anime
Oh,
fucking
move
VTuber
on.
avatars. You know, doesn't care who he has to bring down his own children.
Bring
I
down
have to talk
my
to
own
Gator.
children. Fucking how? Like,
Look at him
Thaddeus,
smile.
bring me
Look
my
at him
mic.
smile
I'm gonna hit
when
you
he says it.
you little
Just look
6-year-old
at him
bastard.
smile. He knows
It's
it's
just like making
100%
shit up.
true.
Like, he doesn't have any insight to the inside of
He
my life.
doesn't have
but
any insight.
He acts like he lives in my closet. Like, and when we sneak out, he gets out.
Oh, I
and
know
looks at
you
everybody's
so well,
underwear and like
Vickers.
looks at everybody's notebooks and tries to put together his little clues.
I know you so well,
except for
Vickers.
it's somebody else's fucking house.
Take
That
another
he's like,
Oh
oh,
no, man! I have a bit more of an inside track on your life, and it sometimes it does,
Yeah.
honest to God,
Margaret
surprise me that
McLennan's
you've been late as
stalker
many
has an
times
inside
as you
track
have,
on
and
your
these
life.
motherfuckers haven't. But then again, I know how many lightsabers you have.
Margaret McLennan Stalker knows all of Vickers' personal business. It's real great, Vickers.
Oh.
You're looking real stand up.
Go get a lightsaber now. You've done it.
What a father.
Good job, man.
All right.
You
Well,
get to talk about Racing Lagoon all the time. I got to give this boomer something to live for.
The Dooku one.
okay. I stress again.
I got
1,000
1,000 times more
this
respect
guest
for
room
Ralph than I do
is
for
to
you,
gloat
fat
like
fuck.
crazy. But I have heard, and I have not yet confirmed, but I've heard that the deal has been accepted, and that we will be moving forward with legal papers. So
I will be moving
that
forward
moving on.
with
I
Ralph,
still
Ralph, I hope you're listening. If you
Waste
have
more
accepted
money,
this
fat
deal,
fuck. Waste more
props
money.
to you. Good job.
I'm gonna
You
be
finally
laughing.
did something right. Good.
When your ass is begging with the cup out for fucking loose change, I'm gonna be laughing my ass off.
That said,
You fucking loser.
fucking fuck out of. I'm gonna make fun of fuck out of perspicacity.
Your kids are gonna be real
I never
happy when
agreed
they
to
don't have a
anything
college
about
fund.
perspicacity. He's still up for grabs. Here we
His
go.
own grandchildren, he doesn't care. But
Now, obviously, it would seem that Ralph understands.
Honestly, we're doing him a favor by going after perspicacity. That dude's bad news.
that
Is
dude's
that
bad
the Tarb
news.
talking right there?
Oh, I'm bad
Yeah.
news for you.
Have you been
Vickers.
away?
Oh.
Your little Akaba guy.
No, I had
you left
that's
your little
why I stepped
Akaba guy
off.
there. That's how we didn't know, man. You got to ghost that little fucker when you leave.
I did. No, I just didn't know because you had started the clip by the time I came back. Anyway, it sounds like his balls hasn't dropped. No wonder he doesn't know what having a life is, and no wonder he thinks you don't already have a career. That's fucking hilarious.
No, you know the only thing worse than a Canadian, a gay Canadian. No, I'm just kidding. That's a mean joke. So,
I mean,
it will eventually be apparent to everybody around.
It is
You understand
apparent
what I'm
that you're a
saying?
huge piece of shit
Yeah, I
to
appreciate
anybody.
what you're saying. It's
I stand by that
I
statement.
appreciate what you're saying, but
That man is 100. The man in that recording is 100% correct.
Wrong.
Ralph's going through the
Everybody
Rolodex in his
sees
head
you
of all
for
the
a
shit he
huge
can't
piece
say,
of
but he
shit that
knows
you are,
about that
Vickers.
completely blows
Look at him
perspicacity
turn,
out of
look
the
at him,
water.
he's
He's like,
beet red.
I hear what you're saying, but even I know that
Eat
ain't
more candy,
fucking
fat
true.
fuck.
But
Why
no,
can't you afford to go to the
Just
dentist?
so anybody watching as well.
Why are your teeth
I'm not
falling
gonna
out of
do
your
a
fucking head?
victory lap. Because it's not actually my victory if everything goes through fine.
It's not actually my victory.
Everything still has
Yeah,
to be
I know
written up and
that.
signed and everything else.
There'll
But
be no
right
victory
now,
for you.
Nobody's getting served with
Honestly,
shit.
if it goes through, the person that deserves a victory lap is fucking Ralph.
Yeah. Honest to God.
Xander deserves a victory lap.
Well, no, the only person
Xander
comes out
deserves to be
better
left alone and
than
is
Ralph
allowed
in
to
this
have a
case is
relationship with
Xander.
his father.
Yeah.
Without you, fat fuck.
Also,
I would be lying.
He's Canadian.
You have no say in
Yes,
anything.
That's why I said
Oh.
this. The only thing worse than a Canadian is a gay Canadian.
Opinion completely discarded then. Absolutely.
It wasn't a insane situation to go
Business
through.
slowing down at the shop there, Vickers? You're looking real worried.
And I guess I still have some time on the clock.
Economy's
We'll
not doing
see.
too good, is it?
But just ridiculous.
Can't find a
I don't
schizophrenic
know if
man
people
to
know this,
steal
but it
all
cost
of his
me
inventory
$20,000
from
a
for your
year
shop.
to go see my son, and that's more than COG makes in 3 years. So
yeah, we're serious.
So you know what I mean? Like the whole idea that I don't do anything to see my son is complete garbage. Matter of fact, I've sacrificed a lot to do so. And
yeah, and certain parties have lied and said that you haven't paid it or this or that.
No parties. A-logs have said that.
None here.
No actual parties to any
Well,
agreement.
A-logs are
Ever said Ralph
parties,
hasn't paid.
Vickers.
He paid
What do you got to
every penny
fucking
of child
argue
support.
every point?
With a day or a few days. I think like the latest was like 5
They
days.
say
or
it all the
something.
time that he's a deadbeat
It's never
father
been
and he
so
doesn't
late
pay.
that anybody had to go, what the fuck is going on? So
None of us have ever.
The reality
said,
is
"Haha,
Ralph has
hasn't
paid
for
every
his
single
son,"
payment.
Other than in the beginning,
completely
when
up to date.
Other people were giving his son more money.
But this is the interesting thing that perspicacity then follows up.
And it's been completely paid the whole time. You can see it right in the document.
You can see what in what document? Like I'm
In
saying,
the
it's
custody
been paid
hearing,
so
you
far
could
as I
see
know.
that Ralph is
because
completely
every
caught
time
up.
Faith doesn't come asking for money for groceries, it usually means she has some money that came in. But there's no public documentation of those payments. Again, we've never said he hasn't paid. It's been credit that I've
It
always
says it
given,
right. It
or,
says
I
it
haven't
in one of the
necessarily always
documents.
gone to correct everybody who says the wrong thing. That's not
That
my
Ralph
fucking
is up to
job.
date.
I don't.
And that's
despite
not
what some people think,
that
just
is
sit here and
not
go,
a
what are people
contention.
saying about Ralph? I want to make sure they say the truth, because if they don't say the truth, it's going to make me look bad to retards. I don't do that because I don't have fucking time for that. Anyway.
You're a liar.
But nobody,
I mean, to our credit, we've always tried to give him the credit that he actually earns, because it does us no fucking good not to.
Correct. Anyway, moving on.
It's right there.
It's been completely paid. Yeah.
Yes, it's right there. Public record. I paid it. I've never.
But again, am I missing a public record? Because I'm pretty sure I got all of them. And I don't know where his payments show up as public record, unless he's been posting that he's making the payments. But I don't know why he'd want to do that.
I don't want to get into
The only
it
thing
too
I can
much.
think of is what in his pro se filings of this Mean Girl blog, writing, rambling, whatever. I think he might mention in those that he's paid them on time and everything, but that's the only thing I can think of.
Released all of his daughter's personal information. Gave out his docs, location, place where the shop was, everything.
Whoa, can't imagine what. Okay, here we go.
Part of me is though like, well, it's just a negative thing in my life that I can get rid of, and that's not my son. My son is an amazing light of positivity, but
So the other thing is, do you really think they'll stop?
Terrible.
Well, that's what
I mean,
said.
yeah. they'll never stop. They want to be on Dr. Phil. They want to be on Jerry Springer.
But they
want to
turned
be...
them down for that. They never even got on that.
Yeah, I know. They're desperate though. They want to do it. They think,
look at
tomorrow's my big shot.
Little
a lot of people.
Oh wait.
Did you guys get on Dr. Phil or something?
No, I just remember that Ralph offered to go on Springer or Dr. Phil or something, and then I don't even know if the Vickers officially responded, but yeah.
I don't even remember that. I don't remember that.
I don't remember that.
I remember that.
Okay. He doesn't
said,
recall.
Let's do this on Springer.
He doesn't recall.
Let's do this on Dr. Phil.
Does not recall.
No, I remember that.
Perspicacity, buddy. I will never be going on a fucking television show. Dr. Phil,
okay.
I can't imagine.
You desperately want to go on.
Oh wait,
look at that smile and giggle.
Who was on and Dr. Phil. Oh.
There's so
your
many
face betrays your words.
Wasn't Dick on Dr. Phil? Like that's one of his claims.
Look at his face.
Yeah, he faked being retarded to get on Dr. Phil.
Look at his eyes darting around.
He faked being a woman hater.
Oh man. Okay. Sorry. Here we go.
Well, your daughter gets caught with a sex tape. Let's say, just hypothetically.
This one's a really interesting take.
Hypothetically,
a lot of people would hypothetically, yeah. And a sex tape is released. Hypothetically, I would do everything in my power to make sure nobody saw that tape.
Listen to this shit.
I would pay people to delete it from the internet.
By the way, people don't know this, but I contacted Pornhub over a dozen times.
No shit. I would have too. I would have been trying to get the fucker to that thing everywhere it was.
Yeah. Vickers loved that tape was out there. Vickers saw he saw all the fame and dollar signs he could ever get. His daughter even knew in the mental ward.
J. Caesar 189.
His daughter even knew in the mental ward Daddy was going to start a show.
Remember, we're being magnanimous for the rest of this episode. I did pause it. Jesus.
Magnanimous.
No, I'm pause the conversation.
Oh,
of course he would have paid to get it removed on the net because what he released was a bad thing.
Yeah,
like it's not like
basically.
Imagine
he's
celebrating
your
your
he's
daughter
not talking about him
sex
being
tape.
the father in that instance. He's talking about him being him, and Perspicacity did not foresee that.
And to further blow Perspicacity out, what the fuck did he think y'all going for the revenge porn conviction was
Why
doing?
Would you want to hide something that
is illegal
Why would I want to hide something that
anywhere.
can make me famous? This is Vickers.
Well, and that's the part.
This is Vickers. Look at his mind.
Very carefully.
Look at the cogs turn.
Words are never.
Why wouldn't I want people to know about my daughter's sex tape?
True. Right?
It's ridiculous.
That's where Perspicacity shit's out of order. This isn't somebody's sex tape. This is a crime that was committed against my daughter.
It's somebody's sex tape, bro. It's somebody's sex tape.
Was committed against my daughter.
First and foremost.
Anybody towards where that crime is, because God bless it, thankfully.
They watched it. Vickers said he archived it, downloaded it onto his own computer.
Then he brings up the next fucking ESO shaggy brained move.
He was archiving it and saving it to their...
Archiving and saving it to computer.
Yes.
We've been over this.
You did it.
The only way...
You did that.
It happened in D.C.
You
within
did it.
Days after the crime, at the request.
You did it, Vickers.
Of the police, Richmond, Virginia.
Look at him. Look at him.
The only way to download the video without watching it was to.
The only way was to download and archive it.
Right. That's why videos viewed is 0 on that Pornhub account, and downloaded videos is 1.
He made his own personal Pornhub account to download it.
When the cops ask you for the evidence, you send them the evidence. Gator one time.
Yeah.
And this is not
because Vickers can totally file a lawsuit for his daughter.
Came back and said,
he could totally file a criminal offense for his daughter.
I'm like, you know why everybody called me a boomer back in the days, right?
Yeah.
I didn't fucking download. I didn't know all the different ways to download porn and not be fucking tracked.
At that point, Gator probably went, shit, yeah.
No, well, no, he did. He came back with
the Gator to know how to download porn in many different ways.
No, he was just to his credit, he was talking about any videos, and so I'm like, I don't know what any of those sites
I don't know.
are.
I don't even know what porn
that's a fair
is.
Point. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, bro.
So, but it's like that was when the police are saying, we want this, and you're like, I want to get the guy who did
you can't file a case, Vickers.
Right? And that's
why are you downloading it? Only your daughter can file a case.
Like on the actual
look at him dart around and turn red and giggle.
And I'm not even talking about
you're sick.
I don't think he's
fuck.
Signed
you
on
make
to that
Ben Thorpe look normal.
It's just been
you make Ben Thorpe's relationship with his daughter look
the evidence
normal.
is right there in what they use as evidence.
You enjoyed the
Total
fuck out of that
views,
sex tape.
Fucking 0. Total downloads, fucking 1, which means I haven't even watched the fucking thing that I downloaded, which is fucking proof.
Yeah, sure,
Okay.
you haven't.
Mrs. Vickers is going to want to spend time with me pretty quick, so we're going to finish this up.
Yeah.
Dude, openly admits to this.
You're panicking, bro.
Well, you can't stop it forever, but I did a lot to get that taken
You got to take
down,
another Coke
but
sip off
whatever.
camera with that liquor.
Yeah.
Liquid courage.
Well, other people, let's say, it's your daughter and you're making blog posts about it and telling everybody
Blog posts
that you talk to about it.
you literally start a blog.
That's called the spreading of it. So
here we go.
Yeah, you spread your own
I
daughter's
don't know
sex
who's
tape.
really more guilty. You know what I mean? It's just like insane.
Well,
It was
that's
like,
kind of
wow.
arguable that that's actually dissemination of the same thing. Because
Is it? Call the police on me. Yeah, call the police on me and have me
It
arrested
is
for revenge
dissemination.
porn, and let's see.
Blog posts are
You know when the
dissemination
people
of
come into
revenge
your
porn.
shop
What?
to sell their
Let's see
shitty, to sell
how
their
well
shit to you, their
that
family
fucking
heirlooms
case
that you
goes.
ripped them off for.
Yeah.
And you tell them about your daughter has
Either
a sex
person- I
tape
don't think
online.
Ralph's gonna
That's
do it now because we're
dissemination.
Moving on, apparently. But perspicacity, call the police, report me for revenge porn, provide them with your evidence that I was disseminating illegal images. Well, first
It's
of all, you
clearly
can't, 'cause the
hyperbole,
victim fucking
dipshit.
has to. So actually, it would have to be Ralph.
It was
in this
just you
case,
were
'cause Ralph would have
complicit
been a
in
victim,
spreading it.
right? If I'm disseminating
There's no
his
law for spreading
pornographic
revenge
video
porn.
that he is into without his permission, then I would necessarily be guilty of
Even
dissemination
if you're the
of illegal
father of
images,
the
and
person
I
who's
would
in
be
the sex
Wait.
able to be prosecuted.
Before Ralph does any deals,
'Cause it's
we may
public
need to
domain.
renegotiate this real quick. Could he give Isaiah the adoption go ahead for Xander, but then is there a way he can sign off all of his legal responsibilities and court costs and all that to Perspicacity, since Perspicacity seems to think he can win
Yeah,
this?
Purse thinks he's got a chance here. I think
Ralph,
he should throw his hat in the ring.
Ralph, you need to give Perspicacity your power of eternity. You need to give Perspicacity your power
Listen
of
to this
eternity,
fat fuck
and then have him
mumble
just
through
go into the win, my son. You go fucking win it. You beat the Vickers in the fucking law fair.
Spit all
I'm
over
never
the
gonna
keyboard,
hear anything
badass.
now other than eternity. Okay.
Pulling up pictures of
Your
Margaret
Honor,
right
I
now.
am an eternity. And that's thanks to you, Genie saying this. Okay, let's finish this.
he's telling people where to find it, etc.
Stimulant %
I never told anybody where to find it, ever. Never once. You'll
Yes,
never find
you
a post where I
did.
said, go find it
You
here.
archived it and
$3
said,
Vickers
Yeah?
with private
What?
so I can't
Wrong.
see the
You told the police where to find it and how.
you told
I
multiple
told them where I got
people
it.
where
I
to
gave it
find
them.
it.
Yeah, I
You
gave
didn't tell
them
them
the.
where-
the
You
actual,
literally wrote a
digital video. I
blog
emailed
about it.
directly to them and mailed them a thumb drive
and
with it on
linked
there.
it.
Are you telling me you disseminated revenge pornography to the law enforcement officers?
Yeah, that's
You
legal.
sick fuck.
Tweet what are the specifics of the offer?
I mean, I can read it out. I read it out yesterday. She gets married. You sign off
She
rights
gets
and
married.
allow
Vickers also
stepdad
selling off his own
Plan
daughter to a
really quick
Mexican.
now.
to adopt.
Very proud.
I already did.
I
Not
know an
by-
Elvis that can
Yeah.
step in for that.
Fuck.
Not by
Vegas
not
is good for that.
not by myself. We're not. It's not going to be in Vegas. Actually, I'm not telling anybody where it's going to be, because those things are difficult. It's not going to be in Vegas. I promise.
Yeah, okay. Shotgun wedding.
There
So,
can't be that
Now,
many places
yeah,
with those
and
big
there's-
tree swings.
Cut.
Hey,
Where do they hold
no
Kingdom
more
Hearts
child
weddings?
support. Which,
Dox
as
your
we
daughter's
know, would
wedding,
be
Vickers,
over
live.
$10,000 a
You
year.
piece of shit.
Oh my God, it's
and
gonna be
it costs double
Disneyland.
that to go see him, but lawsuit gets dropped.
Dude, I've looked at Mrs. Vickers and I did not. Well, we were 21. Didn't get married at Disneyland, and we're Disney geezers apparently. So yeah, it's not gonna. I mean, here's what you know.
Yeah, dox your
Like,
daughter's
there's
wedding
gonna be,
to
there's
own
gonna be a
Ralph.
wedding, and there's
Dox
gonna be a
the
marriage,
daughter's
and there's
wedding
gonna be a
location to
wedding,
own Ralph
like a
Vickers.
big
Come on.
ceremony.
Do
as
it.
should be.
Do it.
And
Come on.
Yeah, that'll be something entirely.
Look, he wants to
different
do
than
it so
the
bad.
Marriage, not even required.
He
They're
wants
not
to give out the
required to
location
be
of his
married
daughter's wedding
for
so bad.
Isaiah
He
to
hates
be able
that
to
bitch
adopt
so
Xander, but
much.
We just think that's a good look and a good idea.
Why did
all
she
around.
have to fuck
For all
Ralph and not
parties.
me?
Just saying.
And they all agree.
I watched the
so
sex
like
tape so
everybody
many
is in
times.
agreement for how that would work. So
This is what's
Which,
going
I
through his
mean,
head.
I know what my wedding gift will be. I'm just saying.
okay.
I don't think too
You'll
much
never
of
guess
that.
it. You'll never guess it.
It
You
lawsuit,
better
though,
marry
Ralph.
that Mexican girl.
Complete bullshit.
You don't got. You want to
Okay, so
be
now
on the
here's
money train of Vickers?
Perspicacity saying that the lawsuit is complete bullshit.
Literal
when
arranged
the
fucking
only person
marriage
who's
to some
actually,
Mexican
even you guys,
that fingered
have
her
not
at
seen the fucking
Disneyland.
paperwork for the lawsuit, because I fucking filed it.
I don't need to see it to
went
know it's
public,
bullshit.
And people need to have surgeries and yada yada yada, right? So it's not like I've been in front of my computer to go through all this with you, but it's not bullshit. He hasn't even read it. How would he know
Do you
what's
think?
in it?
I think Anus Man's going to
all,
be at the wedding.
defamation,
Margaret
which
McLennan
we've all
Stalker's
discussed,
going to
right?
be at the wedding. I'm sure.
Regular defamation, hard to prove. Got to show damages, right? Malicious intent, blah blah blah.
Maybe we'll get
To
pictures.
prove all that, it's very easy. I'm not going to explain how, because that's for the discovery if it happens. But sounding like it's not even going to happen, so it's not that big of a deal. But defamation per se is a little different. Defamation per se
Vickers
is
going to
when
give us a legal
the
lesson
thing said
now.
is so egregious and possibly or actually damaging to character that damages in the future or present can be assumed without having to be proven. Like, you know, a guy who depends on the trust of his clients hearing that he's a thief, right? When it's not true. That's
You are a
defamation
thief.
Per se.
I'll call you that all day. That's my opinion.
The owner of a coin shop that's the most
called
popular,
freedom
one of the
of
most popular
speech.
coin shops in that region, that he's a
Yeah.
pedophile, right? My demographic, very far.
I never
to the
called
right,
you a pedophile.
Libertarian. They hate pedophiles, right? As much as
I don't think I
everybody in
did.
this room does. And yes, that can. How many? So the thing with defamation per se is how many people, how much business did I lose without ever knowing I lost it, right? That's. The
I mean, your
problem with
daughter
those kind of
did
statements.
accuse you of
That
being
doesn't
a
require proof of
pedophile
damages.
because
The-
she
the
said you
statements
raped and
themselves,
abused her,
as
but
long as you can
I
prove
never
they're
said
malicious,
that.
and guess what? I can.
Your daughter might
very
have said
fucking
that.
easily. They win themselves. So, what's the you file a lawsuit and you ask for damages, but there's never any damages asked for in the initial filing of the lawsuit. It's always according to damages. like
Legal expert
for
Mr.
stuff that
Vickers.
requires damages. Other than that, it's all about precedent. You know, what kind of similar cases have drawn whatever. Problem is, despite Perspicacy's weird upcoming takes, make a decent amount of money in a year, right? So losing one
I don't
potential
know.
client
You seem
is
awfully
the
nervous,
equivalent of
Vickers.
potentially
I don't know how
losing
much money you're
buttload
really
of money,
making, bro.
right? Because
I
know
think
it
those
seems
coffers
weird
are
to,
empty.
like Perspicacity, that somebody would come in and buy $500,000 of silver and gold.
I think those
Not that
coffers
weird,
are empty,
right?
bro.
It's several times a fucking year.
Yeah, sure
it's
they
not.
are.
It's not a. It's
Economy's
not a
real
frequent,
rough,
right?
Vickers. I don't think
But
business is too good. You look like you're real sweating to
what I
me.
would call a
He's real red and sweaty to me.
moderately
Looking real
rare,
nervous.
but
I think you're broke.
regular. So 4 to 5 of those a year.
You better fucking cash out the rest of the
it's not
kids'
even
college
right,
loan.
Pretty much 4 to 5 of those a year. You know, of just people who come in like, here's $500,000, get me this. And
Looking
so you're
rough.
working with small percentages.
You're
That's
one
a
of the
decent amount of
Vickers
money.
spawn.
So
Daddy
stuff like
ain't paying
that,
for
when you
shit.
start doing math on, well,
He's
how many
maxed
of our
out the bank
existing
account,
clients
maxed out
have
the
heard
credit
this,
cards
but
on this
they already
bullshit.
knew, several of our existing clients have come across us and already
Yeah.
knew us, so they know it's bullshit, and that's no
Yeah,
problem. But
I'm sure
stuff
they
like
already
that,
knew
again,
everything.
Don't need to show proof.
Again
but
admits. Did you catch
it's
that?
just- it's not-
Vickers again admits that his clients know all of his personal family business. It's a real smart way to run a business.
But we may never need to know because it hopefully is never going to happen. I
Real
will have
businessman
contingencies,
here.
of course, that if Ralph pulls out of this, that or it's not even done. He may get served before we have all this done. And so it's important that Ralph knows now, if you get served with it, it's just because we're not done yet, right? And we're still finishing it.
We're
And
not
it's,
done
you
yet.
know,
You'll
it will
never be done,
withdrawn
Vickers.
dismissed
And I'm
as
going to
long as
laugh at you
everybody
when
agrees.
you're
So
fucking broke
I'm
on
not
the
trying
street.
to pull a fast one. I know that I get.
And trust me, nobody's
on
going to want
that
anything
side,
to do with
right?
you because
But
you're a piece of shit.
Always done what I was going to say. I've always come through. I don't
Yeah.
lie.
You
As long as
don't lie,
We're all
huh?
in agreement. All that shit's going away, right? That is a sacrifice from me about that.
A sacrifice.
How to get it worked out with attorneys? We're finding that out. We're going to start finding that out hopefully tomorrow. But tomorrow's Friday. Who knows who goes on
It's a
vacation?
sacrifice for
We'll be
him.
moving forward with it, and I won't be talking about it anymore.
I won't be talking
so
about
don't
it
ask.
anymore.
Don't ask because I won't talk about it.
Liar.
Because I think that's the
You
Ralph
can
talked
help
about it
yourself.
Ralph, if you talk about it, fine. I won't talk about it unless you say something so egregiously wrong and stupid that I have to correct it. As long as I don't have to correct it, I don't plan on talking about it because
the judge is going to throw this
that as of
bullshit
right
out
now,
anyway.
our
We're going to have to
business in the
wait
future is
until
concluded and we can
September
just
for the
move on
judge
with
to
our
throw
lives.
this shit out.
Oh, but not perspicacity.
Well,
you're not free.
That's what I think. But
I'm not
contempt
free.
matters gets dropped. Existing orders don't get renewed on expiration. You get out.
Yeah, this is another thing that I had said is for the existing like mutual order and stipulation that's between he and I stays in effect, right? Nothing changes about that because it doesn't affect anything in the past.
You've already broken
It only
the order
affects things in
50
the
times,
future,
Vickers.
and it expires.
It's just
I
that you
think,
live in
a year
California
from
and the
August. Fuck,
fucking
that was a fast 3 years.
The court system is
and then
completely
Faith
overwhelmed with
Faith
white
DVRO,
trash like you.
Stays in place, and that when it expires, fine. Nobody.
that also plays in Ralph's favor.
Renewal of those because you don't.
Ralph
necessarily
really, I
need
mean,
to
shouldn't
have
even be playing as nice as he
evidence
is.
to get those things
But
renewed. You just
I
have
think
to
it's in
say,
his. I
this
think
kind of
it's
thing has
morally in
happened
his
and
favor
I
to
feel
play
more
it nice
comfortable this way. Sometimes they'll renew it. Sometimes they won't. Sometimes you got to
for his own child.
No intention of filing anything new. If there's nothing to file against, just going to get dropped. Easier for everybody.
Of our lives forever. This is what the entirety of Team V wants. Take it or leave it because I haven't even broken a sweat. 48 hours to decide, and
which I again on the face
extortion
sounds super villainous. It wasn't meant that way, and it was explained later.
It was extortion.
History with
that's
him
called
stuff,
extortion.
Getting drug out forever.
I'm going to sue you and make your life miserable unless you do X that I don't even have any power or control over.
Who is he to make this demand, though?
It's my shit, perspicacity. The things that I'm offering, most of it is my shit. That's why. That's who I am.
Who the fuck are you to criticize? You have no skin in this game.
He has no rights to offer up custody agreements to Ralph. You're not a parent.
He assumes because other parties are barred from speaking about this that they're not in agreement. So when
you're not
has
allowed
no
to speak
bearing on anything.
I'll let myself speak.
But it does if it's my shit. Does he not understand my shit is separate from Faith's shit?
Yeah,
right?
she's barred from talking about it. You're not allowed to talk for her as an agent. Period.
Things that I can control that Faith can't. She can't make those decisions for me because it's not her shit. Just like I can't make the decisions for her because that's her shit. Do Faith and I see eye to eye on a lot of shit? Yes. Sorry.
Yeah, sure
there's nothing I can do about that.
That's why she went on a plane and got fucking fucked for 3 months in a drunken, drugged out days.
On
because she really agrees with you, bro.
With this, which is perfectly allowed by everything. It's not collaboration or direction of contact or any kind of fucking thing like that. That's different. It's the assumption that a family doesn't sit and
he's
discuss
almost
stuff,
purple
which is
now.
this weird assumption, right? Faith doesn't have her license yet because
Faith doesn't have her license yet because she's so fucked up.
16, my dad fucking died. And then that took 2 fucking years, and nobody could get in a car with her.
20. She's going to be 23 years old.
Once that happened, fucking COVID came, and then after COVID came, she fucked off to Virginia, and then after she got back,
listen to this, Cole.
You don't have a taser emoji.
You're a failure as a father. Just admit it.
Oh wait,
you're a complete fucking failure.
Anyway, but
your daughter doesn't even have a license. She's 23 years old.
Needed it because we got a ton of people who can drive to take her around, but she has her permit, and we're still trying to get hours in there. But the thing is, for now, we're the ones who have to drive.
Is this guy for real?
When they've been happening.
How to drive like Yokohama's fastest legend, I promise.
I don't need her fucking drifting into the visitation.
Is this guy for real? His daughter couldn't get a license.
She can be cool at every corner.
She drifts in, backseat automatically.
Yeah, she's real fucking busy.
Out, lands on his feet, says, "I'm here."
Racing Lagoon. It's just like the game. It's perfect.
Okay. I gotta finish this up. That's okay. That's okay.
It's crazy, Ralph.
This is insane.
This is crazy.
Is it me or is
this
it
is the most insane shit I've heard. It was worth it to wait for this.
This is a guy. It's not his child. He has no rights to make any agreements with anybody.
I mean,
what the fuck are you talking about? If it's my shit, which doesn't include anything with Xander, I have every I'm the only one who has the right to make any agreement on my stuff.
Backpedal from him. Well,
yeah, no. Well, it's like it doesn't make any fucking sense. Who else? Nobody. This is a twofer, right? Right? I understand.
I'm just gonna let him fucking struggle.
I'm gonna give Ralph the benefit of the doubt.
I'm gonna
and
piss
say
and let
that
him struggle.
he does care, and for whatever reason in his personal life, can't make it work. And yeah, we're never going to get along, right? I made peace with that. We're never getting along. I'm sure he'll curse my name until, which he's allowed to do, actually, under all orders. He'll curse my name until he died, privately or publicly, whatever. I don't expect that not to happen. I think it'd be great if we all move on, but if he does, he does. I'm unlikely ever going to be fond of him. My entire family is unlikely ever going to be fond of him. For various things, right? And I'm just stating statistics. I'm not saying it couldn't ever happen, ever, right? People can change, whatever. Faith, yeah, and when I say my family, I'm including Faith. So we've made peace with that. But I don't even fucking know where I was going with that. Let's finish this fucking recording, man.
You know, it could be speculated that...
Yeah, he's
that
working
he
as an agent for another party. I
Well,
get all that.
yeah, of course
but he
he
still
is.
has no right. She can put that out. If
No, she can't, because she can't publicly talk about the case, and she's not
Faith
supposed to.
can't drop Mr. Vickers' charges. That's
Yeah,
not how the law works.
it's so well. And the funny thing is Perspicacity assumes that Faith hasn't made her own offers for her stuff.
What does that have to do with you?
Involve Xander Singh and everything else. I'm just there to sweeten the deal with my own stuff. It's still completely separate stuff. Perspicacity, you fucking dipshit. It's still
more
separate.
incentive. It's just more incentive.
Yeah,
Wow,
it's
he's
literally
coping even
2 for
harder.
1. And I never said.
He loves humiliating this
You
bitch.
know,
He just
Faith,
loves humiliating
don't take that
his
deal,
daughter.
or else I'll do this. And I never said. I never
Oh,
made.
so
there's never been a threat.
That's a
It's,
Freudian
if you
slip.
want this, here's what I'm
That's a
willing to
Freud. That's
offer on
exactly
my
what.
side.
That's
In fact,
exactly
I don't
what
have time
Vickers
because I
did.
don't really want to
I'm
entertain
cutting
this
off the
further
money unless you
because
do this.
I don't know how the fuck it's going to be responded to, but it came.
He's
to our
exposing
side
himself
first,
so bad right
and
now.
we
Look at how
discussed and we
fucking
responded,
purple
but that
he is.
Perspicacity just assumes that because it doesn't happen in the internet.
Turn
where
off
he
the
can
camera,
see
take
it,
another
that it
Coke
doesn't
sip.
happen. This is what makes a retard. Perspicacity. This is what makes somebody a fucking.
Why are you
lunatic
so
in your
bothered
DMs
by
where you're
it,
like, I'm
Vickers,
just
if
a
I'm
normal guy.
wrong?
No,
Why are
you're
you
fucking
so
not.
bothered by it if I'm
You're
wrong,
not a normal
Vickers?
guy. I guarantee.
Why are you
you're
so
that guy who
fucking
goes around
bothered
normal
with it?
people and doesn't fucking
'Cause
realize
you know I'm
that
100%
everybody around
right.
you who's normal is uncomfortable. They're all uncomfortable when you're around
Yeah.
because you're a fucking weirdo.
That's
Because
projection.
you see the world in such a way that nobody else sees it. I know
Yes.
you're gonna say, "Well, it's the coin merchant.
Complete
He's a
fucking
psycho,
projection
blah, blah, blah."
now. Now
my
we're going full
career,
projection mode.
my profession
Full gator.
is not this. This doesn't make any money. It makes money for fucking charity.
No, you're
That's all it
losing
does.
money hand
This is
over
a
fist.
hobby and it's
Money
fucking
for
fun.
charity.
Just like when I play video games, I don't do
Scam.
it to make money, right? I do things because I enjoy them. My profession.
I want to tack something onto that.
Well,
Not
man, I
only
was in
does
the
it
middle
not
of a
make
good
you
rant.
money,
It doesn't make
it
anybody
makes
else
other
here money.
people fucking money.
Yeah.
Because all the clippers, all the grifters, all the people in the fucking in the
talk about it.
commentary community will talk about it and take super chats. That's not a slight against Cog because he's not the only one. But it not only doesn't make you money, it fucking makes other people money. Third
and
parties.
That's not even a bad thing.
Yeah, no,
necessarily.
great. And I have,
So
no, I have
why are
no
you
problem with
doing
it. I'm
it,
a
Vickers?
fucking capitalist 101. I'm all good with that.
Yeah,
the
capitalist
point is,
101.
I have a career that I've had for 13 years, and before that, it was 10 years in actual.
you were
it's
scamming
all
people
been in
another
actual
way.
business out there with people. So here's the thing.
Scam artist.
Vickers was a banker. The point is,
Scam artist,
I've
banker,
worked
and
with
investment
people,
firm worker.
regular, non-internet people.
Imagine
as a
he went to
fucking
selling
living
fucking coins
for the last
and you know,
20-something
scamming
years,
grandma
right?
out of that gold
I
necklace.
don't know how
Grew up
old.
off the internet for
Yeah.
so much of your life.
I don't know how old Perspicacity is. It doesn't matter because
You
he's
don't
the
need to
mind
know
of a
how old
child.
they are.
But guess what? I have obviously worked more in the real world than you have. I know how to recognize a fucking psycho when I see.
We're
an
getting the
retard.
real
Let's go
world.
with retard.
I'm not internet
clearly
people. Okay,
You're clearly
Donga.
subpar intelligence. We're gonna find out why.
I'm
in
not
the next
internet
clip, but
people.
You're,
You're
clearly
writing
subpar
blogs,
intelligence.
you have a Twitter,
That's
and you
fine.
have an internet show.
Stupid people are allowed to live. Just know your place.
Yeah.
she wants to make
You
that
seem
demand,
real
he has no
bothered.
rights to make any of these demands or
I can make any demand that I fucking want to. It's my right. Everybody can respond
Doesn't mean
with
he's gonna do
no or
anything.
yes. Yeah, it's like,
offer this deal
How
or
many
anything.
people demanded you get off the internet, right?
yeah, I know, right? Hey,
He's
Perspicacity
completely
demanded it
floundering
several
now.
times. Get
I
off
love
the
it.
internet. DFE.
I drink up your suffering,
fuck
Vickers.
off.
It's
If
delicious
you
to
care
me.
about
It
your
doesn't-
family.
Right?
Exist.
Well, you know,
There's no
I
state
said
that
there was no
recognizes that.
lawyer. I was like, well,
We've already covered that.
I
Yeah,
mean,
well, there's
this-
no
this
lawyer
should
because
be-
he's blown. You know, you're blowing a lot of money, Ralph, but he's blowing 3-4 times your money. He's
Where is he getting these calculations? So this
That man
the
is
funny thing about
completely right in that
calculations, is
recording,
He
by the
starts with telling Ralph, "You're blowing a lot of money," which is variable, right? That's X. But then Vickers is blowing 4 times X.
yeah.
But how would he know either?
Because you got to pay for
Right?
everything for faith too.
This is where it
He's
gets
just
really
making shit up.
No, it's where it gets really
That's what they do.
interesting.
It's what a lot of them do, honestly.
It's
I'm making things up. Vickers has 5 children.
"Oh,
They're all fat as a fucking house. So God only knows what it takes to feed them all. He's paying for all of Faith's bills. He's paying for all of Faith's court costs. He's paying for all of his own court costs. He's going through way more money than Ralph is.
Rescue. That was an expensive trip. Going over to DC on a whim.
That is expensive.
3 nights, I think, in the Trump Hotel, 2 or 3 nights,
Yeah.
and then ended up staying like 2 weeks longer. Well, week and a half
get the
longer,
Taco
something like that.
Bowl?
We were there way longer than we expected, right? Food, drink, everything else was a $20,000
Taco
fucking trip
Bowls.
or something. I don't even remember how much. Maybe $10,000.
Holy shit!
The
that's
point
a
is-
fucking lot.
The point is, it was an expensive fucking trip. So,
You've blown hundreds of thousands.
yeah, that was spent,
And the
then going
Vickers
going back
are
over
there's
for
cobwebs.
the trial.
And I know
back to
it.
Virginia.
And
That
you're
was an
fucking
expensive
sweating
trip.
it now. You've been called out on it.
And then after that, attorney's fees over the course of
Business
time
hasn't been too
haven't
good, has
been
it,
that
Vickers?
devastating because most of it's just been done pro se. Yes.
Real quick,
Yeah.
can you Pop Genius? Can you get him out of the thing because his internet crapped out and he needs to rejoin?
Oh, blink.
Yeah, just real quick.
Disconnect.
Also, perspicacity, you dingbat. Like even if it is spending more money, because he said that you're.
I don't
you're running
need
out
5
of
other
money,
people
right?
to cope with
Basically,
me.
that's
Right.
the
Yeah,
point.
we're getting there. It's
I
like,
could
I
do
don't
this
understand where that's
all
coming
on
from.
my
So
own. I
here's the
could
thing,
do.
if you-
I could
I
fucking
love that narrative because like
take your
okay,
fat ass and put it to the fire.
You're clearly
all by
losing
myself.
So much money. I appreciate you going out of your way as you're losing money to put me up in a 5-star hotel near Osaka Castle.
Right. So I
I
could
don't
raise.
know how you can afford that.
So I could raise the quality of our show that makes us no money.
God,
It only goes to
watches
charity.
these-
where
Woo!
I fell asleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
For our
Oh.
YouTube
These
empire.
wiggers
Mercy
blow,
me.
Squire. These
All right,
wiggers
we
are
gotta
blowing
finish
money
this,
like
He's
you
putting
can't
the
even
family in the
believe.
poorhouse. He's
How?
cashing out college loans.
What? Okay. Hang on.
Yeah, the kids are gonna have to take out college loans.
I want to hear that again.
Offer this deal or anything. It doesn't exist.
Well, you know,
There's no
I
state
said
that
there was no
recognizes that.
lawyer. I was like, well, I
Yeah,
mean,
well, there's
this-
no
this
lawyer
should
because
be-
he's blown. You know, you're blowing a lot of money, Ralph, but he's blowing
This man
3-4
is right.
times your.
This man in this
There's no
recording is right.
attorney
Again, no
because-
basis.
So weird.
Because,
hearing
well, there's
myself.
no attorney right now because there was nothing in the works. Now there's something in the works. Yeah, we'll get an attorney on board. We'll make sure everything's filled out. To the
Yeah,
nines, that
sure
everything
you
is done
will, Vickers.
correctly.
You fucking scam
I don't
artist.
care if that's my attorney or his attorney. If it's his attorney, he's gonna fucking pay for it. If it's my attorney, I will pay for it.
Who's gonna pay for
I'm
it?
not going to suggest we split costs. Let's
Ralph
just
ain't
fucking
paying
get it
for it.
done to where everybody agrees on it, and we'll go from there.
You're
But,
paying for it,
And if he
bro.
doesn't agree, he's going to pay your attorney.
Right. That's coming
Maybe.
up. We'll see. So perspicacity.
Fine.
He's
Guy
putting the
fucking
family in the
fantasy.
poorhouse. He's cashing out college loans.
How does one cash out a college loan? I guess you could just
What does
take
that
a
mean?
you
I
could take a
meant co-
loan
I
for
meant-
school. I don't know
I
how they do
meant-
it in Canada, Canada, whatever the fuck you
savings,
call that place.
whatever.
America's hat.
Or either I meant
You
college
don't-
savings or take out.
you
They're gonna
don't
have to take
take
out
North,
college loans.
it's
I don't know which.
North America.
Okay. So you get
You know
North,
how
Northern.
Canada got named Canada? Even that's retarded.
No, but we'll talk about
They
that
went
at a
Heavy
different
Vickers
time.
chat is
Okay.
his own
Because I'm starting
children.
to get
Go
the
ahead,
evil
sorry,
eye
sorry, sorry.
from Mrs. Vickers, who needs some sweet
Quit pausing the fucking clip
sweet
then.
non-loving. Okay, but you don't
Mrs.
take out a
Vickers is
student
hungry.
loan and then just take cash. The student loan goes and pays the college, and then you get what's left over, right? If there's excess. So I have
Oh, Victor's gonna explain college loans.
Faith has student,
Watch out.
I don't even. Faith will be having some kind of college loans. When
Yeah,
she gets to that.
because
My
you've emptied
son,
the coffers.
who is old enough to go to college now will be starting, but he's on. This is actually a fairly
gonna
sweet
milk
deal
the
for
state of California.
He
for
can
some
go
money.
to a junior college for
Maybe
the first
this
couple
is a
of years.
scam.
First year free.
He's gonna bankrupt
to any
himself
junior
so he
college
can
in California.
Milk the state.
And then pays for the second year, which isn't that expensive.
Gonna need a lot of food stamps to feed that house.
And then he gets a guaranteed.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, that's okay. He gets a guaranteed transfer to a University of California or California State University of his choice, as long as he follows a certain criteria.
I
so
hate
he doesn't
giving
have
this
to
fat
do all
fuck
this
relevance.
crazy shit in high school.
But people need
He's
to
already
hear
out of it,
this
to,
ridiculous,
like, be in the
ranting.
top 1% or something to get into, like the engineering college he wants to get into, which is a very nice college. One his uncle went to. He gets a guaranteed transfer to that as long as he maintains a certain GPA and goes through.
That's how all
the system,
colleges
the
work,
first half of which
Vickers.
of the system is free. It's a hard deal to beat, especially if you can get into the sciences and something that actually makes you money. That's not some kind of liberal arts major or something.
Go learn to fix air conditioners, kids. Don't go to college. Go to a trade school. Be a plumber.
Unless I'm still okay with college if it's the if it's the hard sciences, because that's
if
still
it's STEM or you're going to be a nurse or an accountant or a lawyer.
you don't like them half chub soft sciences. You like the hard sciences.
No, yeah,
sciences.
I have an economics degree. It's gotten me nowhere.
Right.
To
Yeah,
be
if you're
fair,
gonna go for psychology,
Vickers
or
announcing he
history
can leech
or
off the state when he
whatever,
bankrupts himself.
you're better off just finding go into sales or
go be a welder.
Find a trade. Do something.
Imagine you
Okay,
make
here we
three
go.
In the
figures and you
poorhouse. They
have
can't
no
keep this up
college
forever.
savings for your children.
Who's in the poor? We're in the same house. We're in the same house that we have the mortgage on.
First Picasso, bruh, I'm sorry. Dude, I can't even say shit, but like, bro, you are so off base. It's embarrassing. Holy shit.
So yeah, the
and I'm
first
a VTuber.
was, well, I don't see any agreement. Also fucked up my browser here. Hold on. It'll take a sec. I was like, I don't see an agreement. And we'll see in chat. By the way, we are 9% of the way there on the Super Show.
I'm not going to
fund.
say that, Chat. I wish his children
We'll
well.
see if we hit it.
I
This
wish
is
his kids
basically
well.
going towards legal
I hope they
funds.
get good jobs and get the fuck away from their father.
Hopefully he doesn't
So
need
it is
anymore.
a little bit higher. Man.
Yeah, help Ralph out. Help Ralph out. This one.
Yeah, this is.
I personally think, Ralph, that people are in the courts are going to start to see through a lot of this bullshit. You know, you need to
look at Vickers.
I
Look
think
at
the judge
Vickers'
should
face.
just yank the
Look at
order.
him.
These are
Yeah, yanking the order was in the closing argument at the last thing. That's not what judges do.
That's not what judges
Well,
do.
and it's funny,
Okay,
it's
Vickers.
because Perspicacity still doesn't understand. I don't know if he's read the arguments or he doesn't understand what his code name means, right? But typically means
He's illiterate. He can't read.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Is he in shot? Is he good?
He is. Yeah, I added him as soon as I put him back in.
not people that are afraid for their life or safety. It's crazy.
There we go. What is it with the afraid for their life and say? I've actually literally
Yeah, when you have
explained this to him.
when you have a restraining order, you have to actually have fear. That's part of the criteria for a restraining order.
Civil
Yeah.
harassment,
Yeah,
restraining
I know
order.
you could game
There
the
is no
system in
imminent threat of
California,
life
Vickers. It
required.
doesn't
That
really
would be
make
a
a
criminal
difference.
protective order here. So whatever it is in Canada where you're like, help me, Mounties, that's not here. I don't have to be an imminent threat of my life to have a restraining order that stops
Yes,
somebody
you
from
do.
saying shit about me. Then you can say,
You have to have fear.
oh, well, then if it's already defamation, why can't you just sue him? Are you fucking kidding me? Because lawsuits are hard. Defamation's difficult to prove if it's not defamation per se, which hopefully we don't even have to explore. But that's why these kind of settlements with language exist. So you don't have to worry about everybody
Take
suing
another
each
sip,
other all the
Vickers.
time.
Take another sip.
And you
Your,
say,
ma-
"Don't
your
do this,"
mouth's
so you
getting
can be
real
contempt of
dry
court, you
over
can be
there,
fined
buddy.
Enough that it doesn't matter.
The mouth's getting
So I
real
don't
dry.
know what Perspicacity's hang up is with the whole have to be
artist.
afraid of somebody committing violence thing. That's not a thing, buddy. Get over it and move the fuck on.
I'm not that
Goddamn.
smart, bro,
come
but
on,
I'm much
guy.
smarter
See
than
people
you.
in chat and they say, Ralph.
His
you
problem
should
is he
fight
has
for
sand in his pussy.
It's like, well,
I know you've been, I know they've been grinding you down, Ralph. But, Keep strong. I swear that people will start to see. Even the people who were like supporting Vickers and like.
Yeah, but like, who cares? What difference
Who
does
cares?
that make? What difference does it make if like
It's going to make a difference to the judge, bro.
Man, maybe that Vickers guy is really crazy because I suddenly decided to believe bullshit that comes out of Perspicacity's mouth. What difference does that make to anything? It's not going to get him.
Why
like,
do you have a show, Vickers? Why do you have a blog? Why do you have a Twitter?
It is in the realm of possibility that several thousand people would come to that realization. I mean, it wasn't but a couple of years ago, several thousand people came to the conclusion that they really should put a Tide Pod in their fucking mouth and swallow it.
You should.
The point is, it doesn't make any difference to the
court. What team they're on years ago. I don't think now that they'd fucking switch just because of.
But even if they did, it doesn't make any difference to the court system. So in one breath saying, you know, courts, I know it's hard, but you know, people are finally starting to see, but nobody who actually matters. A-logs don't make good witnesses because they don't show up because nobody knows who the fuck they are.
It's actually, have you ever seen the HBO?
Do you love that, Cope? Do you love that, Cope? Nobody cares because the judge wouldn't even admit your subpoenas. He wouldn't even entertain it. He wouldn't even let that fat retard Gator fucking testify.
Statements defending the British redcoats
Shocker,
in
that
the
didn't work,
Boston
Vickers.
massacre.
The cogs.
And and if you really want to know like some good fucking courtroom operator shit,
I would
go
love to.
watch
I would
that
love
fucking
it.
closing argument from John Adams. Fucking perfection. I love that fucking scene.
That's just the whole series is great. It has an amazing score too. I've seen
Jarbo asked. I just saw on Twitter that Ralph is signing ? You want to answer that?
Jarbo, yes. Moving forward.
Fuck up, Jarbo.
We're at an agreement where we're going to move forward with actual legal things. So yes.
That's where we're at.
How's that movie grift working out,
I'm
Jarbo?
being gracious and nice about it, and I'm glad that he's made what I believe is the right decision for all parties.
It is a smart decision, genuinely. It's a smart decision.
Yeah, and that's
for everybody, for all parties, I think.
So that's where I'm at. Like I said, I've taken. I'm not going to put his mom on my show anymore. Not because it was ever about.
I'm not going to put his mom on my show anymore because the judge called you a fat retard.
I'm not going to try to egg him on. If he doesn't give me a reason to talk about him, I'm not going to talk about him. I mean, it's pretty much as simple as that. And then there's a bunch of
talk about.
Yeah, there's a bunch of other
shit.
That's
not what you're doing
there's
right
a bunch
now,
of other shit,
Vickers.
but I don't plan on talking about it moving forward because it really serves no purpose. I mean,
that mouth's getting real dry, Vickers.
Well, Ralph and Vickers aren't talking about each other much. Well, hopefully that's just the future.
Turning real purple. That mouth's getting real dry, bro.
Less Ralph, more Racing Lagoon.
Okay, let's finish this Perspicacity clip because I'm literally
quit pausing it. Quit pausing
Lunatic.
it.
I gotta explain.
Vickers getting
why this
real
guy's
nervous.
So
Trannies online, are starting to say
Hereditary.
This is so over the line. It's become, it's almost like farcical. It's like a supervillain from a James Bond movie. He wants to LARP as like this fantastical character. It's like,
Just
dude, you have 5
well,
kids
you
yourself.
see, Mr. Ralph,
Chill out.
The
needs to
laser
chill
beam will
out.
cut the cord, which will fire up the Discord, which will email the judge the logs, the many logs.
When did
the fabulous
turn into Ali
logs?
Jamal?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, sorry, okay.
Okay.
That wasn't my fault. That was Genius Anus.
This man
You got
and his
5
wife
kids
to support yourself. You're blowing your life savings on.
Where is he getting the blowing? Okay.
I think he's saying it to Ralph. I think he's saying
No,
it
I
to
know
Ralph.
he's saying it to Ralph that I'm blowing my life because I got 5 kids and I'm blowing my life savings.
I thought he was saying
and
it
it's
about
like,
Ralph.
But again, I got
This guy has dropped hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Kiwi Farms.
Does Kiwi Farms have hard numbers on what I make all of a sudden?
I don't know. I don't.
Oh,
use
Vickers is a
fucking
millionaire
Tor.
now.
Fair enough.
This
That's
why Faith had to be on Medicaid. That's why Faith
Tokyo,
had to apply
actually.
for
I don't
Medicaid
even know
for
what
her
fucking Tor is. Oh, God.
destroying your own life
Vickers,
as well as
you're a
Ralph.
millionaire.
And it's like, what is the need for this? Just let Ralph see his child. What's the big deal?
Well, they don't. Speculating. They don't want that to happen. So, it is what it is. I guess I'll make.
I already explained all that.
My decision. Go ahead.
Anonymous sent $5. What happened last time you went to court? It was case dismissed, nigga.
Ralph corrects the record.
Well, that was time before last, but yeah.
Was the time before last? Yeah, last time didn't go the same way.
But yeah, it was. I have some questions about damages being proven. Defamation is a really high.
Jarbo sent $3. Take the deal. Let your son have a father.
Oh, perfect timing to come in the chat, Jarbo.
Appreciate you,
Jarbo.
The Boulder King strikes again.
Good. Send $5 worth of this offer is just bait to establish that you don't want to see your son that badly, and they see you anyway. I doubt they are ready to drop you. Their only obsession in life.
Look at Vickers. Look at his face. Cope face.
But like I said, I've talked about it. I think it's a reasonable thing to discuss.
Yeah.
It's fine that he didn't. I'm not.
Vickers is muting himself. I'm not doing.
What's talking about between he and I is that.
Actually, I think that just proves that he's kind of genuine about wanting to being serious on it.
Vickers is real bothered. Vickers is real bothered now. Look at him. It's really coping.
No, absolutely.
So I mean,
I didn't expect it. I would
kudos.
get this level.
But yeah, it's about
basic.
basic.
So everyone's
from a 20-minute appearance.
No, not friends. It's just
that friends is this is you go that way, we go this way, and hate each other.
You're
all
just
we want,
destroyed,
but,
Vickers. Admit it.
We've always been pretty.
This is a broken man here.
Just said I'll give him credit when he earns it.
That could
look at this beat red motherfucker.
It's like one of the most excruciating decisions you could possibly imagine. Really,
I actually get that.
Supporting a household if he's bankrupting himself on these frivolous lawsuits.
He's bankrupting himself on the frivolous lawsuit that
you
was
are,
filed
bro.
last week.
You're just proving it to me with these reactions.
And it does cost money. It doesn't cost money to file restraining orders and stuff like that. That costs no money, right? That's just time. And not that much time if you know what you're doing. But the only lawsuit, this is why I fucking hate perspicacity. I've said,
because I speak the truth
this whole time. If I file all these fraudulent lawsuits, give me one case number for a lawsuit. Just fucking one. That wasn't the only suit I've ever been in, which was a countersuit to somebody who was frivolously suing me and my business. That's the only time I've been involved in a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Until now, I've filed, but hopefully looking like I don't have to move forward with it. But I bet
lawfare
perspicacity, other than that case years ago, and he doesn't even know that fucking case number, let's be honest. There's
no,
only
I
this
don't know
one.
the case number.
So if I just filed this case...
I'm sure you do. I'm sure it's
week
fucking...
and a half ago.
I'm sure it's framed in your living room, that court case.
Because the only thing it would have cost me are filing fees, which are $435. If $435 bankrupts you, get the fuck off the internet because you need to go get a third job or a fourth job or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you, bro.
Right?
Time to get the fuck off.
I mean, be honest. How much EBT did it cost you to file this?
Well, it's like
real quick.
Yes.
He'll be filing for EBT real soon.
I decided to move forward to this. I genuinely mean that. It's a good decision. You need to make a second good decision, and you need to look around you and start cutting the cancer from your body. Because in this clip, you are talking about fucking cancer. It may not seem like it's life-threatening, but it will eat away at you.
He's totally
wrong. You can keep Juju the cow, but you got to get rid of perspicacity, the writer's room, Godwinson, Shaggy.
Don't drop Dick Masterson. He actually is.
He actually came through with you on this. Fucking. I actually kind of respect Dick because he just
don't listen to the person giving you good advice, Ralph.
Why fight?
No, and I'll throw that in there too. Perspicacity's not even attempting to do him any favors. Perspicacity knows what he's saying is nonsense. Pretty sure Ralph knows what he's saying is nonsense.
Nonsense?
Ralph knows enough about my situation.
This guy says it's nonsense that Ralph should see his own child.
Last couple of years.
That's nonsense.
He knows that this is the thing. And I would dare to say that he knows I'm not trying to build a YouTube career and make a cash grab.
No,
or
you're not
else.
looking
I don't know
to
how
build a
much
YouTube
more I can
career.
prove it by not having any other social media accounts or
This
anything
guy
else.
is like,
I
I don't even understand. Where do you even start?
Right? I'm not looking to get famous. because I don't give
wanted
a
to
shit.
be
No, you're not
cozy
looking
and
for
Rich,
famous.
hey, Rich, I'll never turn away money if I think I've earned it. I don't think I've earned the money for charity, and I
You'd
want to
sell
send that
your
money for
daughter's
charity.
sex tape in 2 seconds.
But that's never going to happen with this. It's such a niche, whatever. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's finish this. There's only a little bit.
Spent more money
And
on
paying-
the show. That's the point.
What?
One, if Vickers
You
is
spent
full of
money
shit.
for this show.
Two, if
I've
he's
spent
telling
way
the
more
truth.
money making the show happen than has come in. Yes, obviously. Yeah, of course.
For other people's expenses that we're not going to name.
Well, and I should say I've spent way more money on the show that's come in as money for charity. So I haven't made
charity
anything back or
scam
replaced my
artist.
cost or anything like that.
No,
was
what I
charity.
mean is like you put me up in a fucking hotel.
No,
in a
I know.
fucking
Yeah, no,
five-star
I know.
hotel. You
I
got
know.
pizzas. Like
Yeah.
you're technically
He's
out
putting
when it
up
comes to
these.
this empire.
He's putting up these freaks in hotels and buying
yeah,
these
should be-
You're in the
pizzas.
red.
He's
Should be
totally
clear.
not paying
Anyway.
out more
I
money.
mean,
Ralph.
I don't know.
He's bankrupting himself. It's like
But how? Where are my bills? How much am I spending? Where is it at? Where are you coming up with the
Where's the
numbers?
receipts?
Do you understand what bankrupting yourself means? Because that's an inability
Yeah,
to pay
you're
back
bankrupting
debt,
yourself.
Not a. I
He's
don't have
really
any liquid
bothered
cash.
by
That
this,
is
and
the
that's how I
opposite.
know this
That would
is
just
the
mean
truth.
I was poor, not in debt. You have to be in debt to go bankrupt. So where are my dets? What are the fucking loan numbers? Where
Show
are the
me your
credit
bank
cards?
account, Vickers.
Uh-oh.
Still
It might
bothered.
shock you.
Show me your bank
It
account.
might shock you that a guy who carries cash everywhere.
Show me how
probably
many-
doesn't
how much
utilize
savings
those
you have.
things. Fucking idiot.
That you've not spent every dime.
ridiculous.
My kids cashing out college loans. I still don't even know what that means.
Like what? I don't understand what goes through a man of a father of five's mind when you're bankrupting yourself.
I know it went through my mind
He's just
5
creating
times was, I
narrative.
hope she doesn't get pregnant. Sorry, go ahead.
For some frivolous bullshit that's not even going anywhere to prevent what from happening.
It's not frivolous. Frivolous means I
not
am
frivolous.
filing a case
You
based
admitted
on
that
false
Chud DMs
accusations,
it's
false
frivolous.
charges, and
that
didn't
the
expect
DA
to
didn't
win.
want to
I
touch it. It was all
absolutely
bullshit.
Expected to win.
You admitted
I'm
it
only
already.
dropping it because
I don't
think
have
it's
to
in the
even
best
prove
interest of
that.
Xander.
The shit
I
Metallica
covered
did
that
back in the day
previous
was
show.
fucking frivolous.
Yeah,
This is not.
which means understand any actual damages that has been done to my business via damage to my reputation by the defamation.
The
per
only
se,
damage
I'm
to your
willing walk
business that's
away
been
from
done
it.
is
I
you.
haven't even learned what
By
it is
you
yet, and it
telling
could
people
be
your
more in
personal
the future.
business.
That's a big fucking deal for anybody who doesn't.
And if
know
I was
anything about
Ralph,
anything,
I would
like
just
Percy
play the
Cassidy,
audio
who
of
doesn't
your
even
show
understand the
talking about how
difference
you tell
between
all of your clients
fucking
all of your personal
nonprofit,
business.
Charitable organization and a nonprofit club, 2 different fucking things. It's a
Nonprofit.
huge deal to give that offer. So anyway,
But
we're almost done. Fuck.
it's all so petty. Just get
Not petty. Look up petty. Look up. This is a man
Yeah.
who doesn't understand what
I
it's
looked
like
up
to have
petty. It
children
was
because
your
he's
face.
chosen
Tom
not
or
to.
Richard?
he needs to get a grip.
It's literally the most petty thing I've ever seen. That's my opinion, of course, not an insult.
I've never seen anything. I've seen a lot of shit, Ralph.
On the internet.
I've seen a lot of shit. I know you've seen a lot of shit. I've never seen anything like this before. Never.
It's true.
Not one time.
I stand by that
Never.
statement.
All right, I appreciate you calling in, man.
All right, Ralph.
And that's that. All right. Discuss amongst yourselves. I'm going to go to the restroom real quick, and then we got to start to close
right.
this out because I'm. Ari, have you drank anything? Okay, good. You've been sipping. Do you want any of your protein shakes?
All right, final thoughts,
You want me
Jack.
to blend
She
one on
gripping and
camera?
sipping, folks.
Okay, you guys talk.
Vickers got to take
She's
a
all
Coke sip.
about that
He's got to
gin
get real
and
drunk to
juice.
climb on top of that cow of a wife. All right. So, final thoughts, chat. Final thoughts. Do you think Vickers is winning? Oh, wait, he's saying something.
If she does, she'll throw up, I think, right? If you drink too much of it, it'll just throw up before it can actually get her wasted.
Go
Yeah,
Vickers.
your wife that
Go
just had
Vickers.
surgery can't.
Go,
drink Vickers. You
Tender.
fucking
We
sloppy
got
drunk.
this. We got plenty of
Yeah.
PlayStation 1 obscure fucking.
So let's mute these irrelevant. All right. So final thoughts, chat. Do you think Vickers? We'll do one final poll here, and we'll close out because I'm exhausted. That was so much white trash. I don't need to intake any more white trash content for a while here. Is Vickers broke? Because that seems to bother him the most. Look at that to pick up. Bank up. Give me your thoughts, chat. I'll read them out here. Let's do a little music. We have people saying Vickers won, Gator won, CZR won, Persip lost. He has millions of dollars. He's clearly winning. It's tough, Vickers, bro. Released episode 7. I respect Ralph for taking the extortion deal, but I hope he realizes Vickers will still fuck him anyway. Send people to mess with his life. I don't know. I hope Ralph doesn't take it. Time to make mush for Mrs. Vickers. Hopefully she doesn't barf. First Big called me a nigger. His wife looks like a man. He has buck teeth rotting in his mouth and he's broke. Well, he clearly can't afford to go to the dentist. I think Vickers has stolen more than enough from the mentally ill to be well taken care of. Well, that might be true. You guys should try to set up an actual debate. He has a real chip on his shoulder about you and he probably agreed to it. I've actually tried, but Vickers was not really agreeable. That was quite a while ago. What's the next step in Vickers' master plan to cope and seethe on his show with these retards? What did Dick Masterson tell Ralph to do? Well, Vickers played it, but Dick said basically, it's toxic for you, it's toxic for your son, it's toxic for all the people involved. You should just sign it and get rid of them. And your son can always find you when he gets older, and they can't bar you.
And using the game
when he could actually talk for himself, you know, he's not
for
a
some
toddler.
reason makes it like it's 16 frames a second or something. It just looks choppy and weird. It's happening all.
Well, you've got a
in real
PlayStation
time.
5, don't you?
I do, and I've streamed on
fat
it. I
fuck
guess
so
we could-
loud?
yeah, I'll just-
I don't have a PS5.
Yeah, y'all
I don't have a
to have
PS5 either.
PS5. Well, they're gonna play PS5 games, I guess. What started your feud with Vickers? Vickers going to the Kiwi farms and having Anus Man try to build a case for Ralph on the site and leaking all Ralph's personal information, including a bunch of fake bullshit that has been proven fake a million times over. If you keep humiliating your family over and over again, you can open a rift in time and space and fix everything. Frank and Jim lost. The guy sounds sub 70, I think.
But
well, what the fuck are
Diablo,
you bringing it up for?
We got Bing Bing Boots.
Hang on.
We do all have
I have two options. Outriders and Diablo 4 are both cross-platforms.
Well, Vickers took a little cry, and now they're talking about video games, so we're not going to get any more out of him tonight. So, I think we're going to wrap this up, bros. I'm praying his wife gets post-surgery. I'm not saying that. I hope that Mrs. Vickers recovers from her surgery. And then she divorces him when he's broke. And Vickers will be out there stuck in a million frivolous white trash lawsuits with his wife. Anus Man is the lowest form of life. We can all agree with that, Squire. We're ending out this poll here. Is Vickers broke? 85% of the audience says yes. So 85% of the audience saw your coping and seething, Vickers, and entirely agrees that you're completely broke and you've got nothing left, and you're already bankrupt as far as morality or human decency. So you really got nothing left. 15% are irony votes for, you know, that 15% no is all irony votes. So. Well, I hope you enjoyed this edition, this special Vickers Snipe. And I you know, I'm dreading seeing what happens next. Vickers be bagging groceries, my nigga, with Gator real soon. It's tough. See you all next time, bros. Good night.